Greetings, fellow travelers, and welcome to the Broken Pact, coming to you via the official Dungeons & Dragons Twitch, YouTube, and podcast channels, and presented by Saving Throw Show. My name is Ruben Bressler, and these strangers in a strange land joining me at the table this evening are my players. Feel free to introduce yourselves. Let's start at this end. We always start over here. Right? Don't we? Oh no, we always start over here. Yeah.
But
let's keep things the same then.
All right. Hi, my name is Jordan Pridgeon, and I play Astaroth, who is a Boros Minotaur fighter. He's of the Boros Legion, but now we're not in Ravnica anymore.
Wait,
Dodo.
what?
I know.
Spoilers.
Right?
We'll get to that.
Don't know where we are, but we're not in Ravnica anymore. And so I guess he's just a Minotaur fighter who still wears a big fist on his chest.
I mean, you haven't had a chance to stop and change, really.
Right.
Nope.
You're wearing what you had on.
Yep.
Oh, I am Riley Silverman, and I play Velma Sweet, the bard warlock who was a member of the Demir Guild. I guess she technically still is. She went back. She's a member still on the roster, whatever. But now she's doing a little bit of traveling. She's a half elf.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody just quits the Demir Guild.
No,
Right.
that they know of.
Hi everybody, I'm Gaurav Gulati, and I'm playing Lucian Ladrian, a member of the Azoria Senate, I mean at least he was, and a cleric of the Order domain, which is a new domain that was released with the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. I'm done.
Okay.
I've missed this so much.
Oh, okay. Hi everyone, I'm Ashlyn Rose. I play a Luxodon cleric from the Silesian Conclave. She is, really good going, loves life, trees, everything. Oh, and her name is Tuturu.
That was
thing we
a
do.
nice
See you
pregnant
next
pause.
week, guys.
That was a
And
nice
we're good.
pregnant pause we had. And I'm Ruben Bressler, and this season on the Broken Pact, we are no longer called Ravnica, the Broken Pact. We'll get to this season's subtitle in just a moment.
I mean,
but,
it's on the screen they're looking at.
come on, man. It's just like let it slow roll. But before we get started, there are a few announcements because we're very excited to be here for season 3. We've been very blessed and privileged, and I'm so excited to get to play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends again. But first, I want to start by thanking Saving Throw Show Studios. This is the wonderful studio that we call home, that we're surrounded by. This is an independent streaming channel, which brings you shows like East Texas University, Tempting Fate, and many other amazing and wonderful RPG shows each and every week. Please visit the Twitch, the YouTube, and savingthrowshow.com. And I believe the Teespring has a bunch of new shirts, and you should all...
TeePublic, I think.
TeePublic. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I gave the other website a free plug.
I'm sure Teespring has some great shirts
Sure.
as well.
But
not to help this
they aren't official sponsors, but this season we have 4 official sponsors, and it just so happens that there are 4 players in this game. So, if you would be so kind as to tell me who our sponsors are, everybody.
All right, well, I will start off by saying that if you are in the product of fine metal products, especially dice, then you should check out Norse Foundry, which is the official dice sponsor of Saving Throw, and you can use the code Saving Throw Show, that's no spaces, all uppercase Saving Throw Show, one word, just for 10% off your next Norse Foundry orders at checkout, and keep an eye out, because I don't think we have anything to show about it yet, but there is also a very special Broken Pact themed dice set that'll be coming out with Norse Foundry, which we're very excited about.
It's been a topic of conversation.
There was a lot of back and forth
yeah.
about color choices
lot.
and style and design and if it should be dice at all. Or,
Right.
Yeah, really
Fun plot.
exciting. So check out Norse Foundry. They have lots of other great products too. But if you're thinking about buying some really nice dice, maybe buy some now and then buy some a little later.
And use that code on checkout.
Yep.
which was Saving Throw Show, all one word. We also would like to thank Elderwood Academy. You can visit their website for artisan hex chest dice boxes, spellbook game boxes. They actually were kind enough to send me an awesome spellbook box that looks like a certain police box from a popular science fiction series that you may have heard of.
Never heard of them.
Star Travel.
Trek.
Yes,
Okay.
from Star Trek. Yeah, But check out their spellbook game boxes and more at elderwoodacademy.com.
Yeah, I don't have it with me because I keep it in the car for my other show, but I use one of their little dice hexes too, and they are great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'll go next. We'd like to thank Carolina Gaming Tables, who made this beautiful table that we use each and every stream that we do on this channel. They have a new Kickstarter going on right now for the newest game table, which I believe is called the 5x5 table. So please check that out and visit Carolina Gaming Tables for more info. That's it.
They should get Eliza Dushku to do the advertising for that one.
Yeah.
Why?
That's a very deep cut Buffy reference.
That was
Oh.
a very Buffy reference.
All right, and last but definitely not least, our official special guest sponsor for the show is Cool Stuff Inc.
Woo!
Yay!
.com. If
Cool.
you ever want to go there, see all the wonderful things they have magic stuff, a lot of other things, but lots of magic stuff. If you go there, you can type in broken for 5% off your orders of board games, Magic the Gathering cards, D&D supplies, and more. That's CoolStuffInc.com, where you can get cool stuff in stock every day.
That's right, and we are going to have special guests this season, which we will announce when we're closer to when they will appear. So that's very
We'll announce them the week
exciting.
after they've been here.
Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. We really appreciate it, helping us to bring more of this entertainment to you. And of course, if you'd like to be a sponsor of the show, please do contact us. Lucian, in particular, loves contracts.
I do.
I'd like to add my personal thanks to Emmett Fury, Phil DeLuca, and John Wells for helping me put this show together, and without whom I would be totally lost. And congrats again to John for successfully completing his chemotherapy treatments. And stronger and better on the other side, of course. We'd also like to thank Jarina Linnea at Erith L on Twitter for the fabulous new character art that we have.
Oh, it's so
Which,
good.
So good. Oh my
which
God.
which you will be seeing on the screen. I assume
Not this week.
maybe not this week,
Soon.
but you'll see it on the
Oh, yeah.
Twitter as well, which is fantastic. You can check out her work at her Patreon, patreon.com ERITHEL.
And if you go to all of the art we've shared on the Saving Throw Twitter account, there's links to all of her stuff on there too. So it's trackable.
And you can see what we all look like.
There you go.
Yay!
Perfect. Just a couple more thanks before the season gets underway, because I don't want to go through all of these credits every week. But I also want to thank Gabby Rooster for many of the maps and minis that you will be seeing making appearances throughout the campaign. You can visit them at twitch.tv/ScabbyRooster to see all of their amazing innovations in live-streamed RPGs as well. I want to thank Gaurav Galati for editing the new intro and the beautiful trailer and all of that wonderful stuff we have. Thank you so much, buddy.
You guys are gonna love this new intro. You're gonna see it very soon.
And of course, substitute benevolent overlord Eric Reichert this week, taking control of the board while our usual benevolent overlord Dom Zook is on vacation in
Egypt.
Parts
He's
unknown.
tomb
Parts
raiding.
unknown. He's tomb
And
raiding.
happy belated birthday to Dom.
Yay!
Even though it's tomorrow his time right now, yesterday our time was his birthday.
That's right.
Yeah.
And finally, of course, there's Zach Heidi for our spectacular opening theme, which is coming in just a moment. You can check him out at ZACHHEYDE.com for all of his beautiful Magic the Gathering stuff. And finally, thanks to Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering, and Dungeons & Dragons, without whom we would not be here. Thank you for entrusting us with being the first show to showcase the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, which, in case you were fearing, is still going to get put through its motions in this season. We're still going to be using a lot of the stuff, not just because of the races and the guild backgrounds and some of the new spells, but we'll work the other stuff in there so that you can see how to work Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica stuff into your campaign, and of course for allowing us to utilize Descent into Avernus relatively early as well. Woo!
Yeah.
Which I have a beautiful paper copy of.
All books are paper, Ruben.
That's fair. The Broken Pact is proud to be the first Ravnica show on D&D, and it still is, and all of our characters you see here are from the City of Guilds, but change is inevitable. Change is inescapable, and this season things have changed, as you will see in our new intro here on Avernus, the Broken Pact. Season 3, Episode 1, Into the Maw of Hell.
That sounds promising.
Hopefully we can hear that. We're adding music this season
might
as well.
take a
Thanks to
second.
Sirenscape, by the way.
It might
of
take
course.
a second for it to cook up, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, I hear it now.
I hear
All
something.
right.
We're either mass hallucinating or we hear it now.
Season 3, Episode 1, Into the Maw of Hell. Over the last days, weeks, and months, Tutoru, Lucian, Velma, and Astaroth tracked a series of murders, unlocked ancient secrets, redeemed an angel, resurrected an old friend, Tutoru's mentor Muki the Morrow, and escaped a dragon god's clutches thanks to the power of the World Pact, a unique and mysterious force that they together possess. Muki informed them that the pact, now broken between them, was truly powerful, allowing them to travel between not just the multiverse that the dragon god wished to conquer, but also to many other forgotten realms that he could not travel to. And as a result, the party needed to leave to one of those far-off lands to evade capture. They left the only home that they'd ever known, Ravnica, the city of guilds, thanks to the magic of Yggdrasil, the World Ash, and of the World Pact. As they traveled, memories were returned to them, specifically those blocked by the planeswalker Jace Beleren, pertaining to Lucian's family and his long-forgotten sister. They awoke in a freshly dug open grave under a twisted tree on the plain of Innistrad, a dark and dour plain where they met 3 women who agreed to help them leave Innistrad in exchange for a small favor. The party agreed, and after a strange mission of eldritch horror that ended with a tall, dark, and handsome vampire getting out of a wall, the 3 women, who, spoiler alert, turned out to be hags, did indeed help them get out of Innistrad and sent them to another plane by yet another mode of interplanar transportation, a ferryman through a river of the underworlds. The party collectively relived horrid visions from their pasts together, some forgotten, some remembered, some through others' eyes, but just for a moment, where then they found themselves now in a blasted wasteland, under a roiling, cloud-covered and darkening sky in some long-forgotten realm. And that is where we pick up our story. You begin this season half buried in, let's say, sand. And I need Constitution saving throws from everyone.
Whoa. Okay.
Starting, we all fail it right off, and you're like, well, you all die. We close out the season.
Cool.
They truly were a
That's a nat 1 to begin the season.
Starting off hot.
Yeah.
They truly were a broken pact. Ooh.
Wow.
High rollers right here.
Wow, we did
It
not
was
do good.
6.
Okay.
I got a 1.
You
I
got
got
a
a
1,
seven.
well, 7.
Plus something, but I don't think
I
it
got a
matters.
6.
6 total?
I got an 18.
Okay. You needed a 10 for this one.
Cool.
So 3 of you fail.
Good job, everyone.
That's what happened with Innistrad, too.
As-
Everyone but you were
Right.
asleep.
As the 3 of you awaken face down in the sand.
Of course.
And you are going to sort of be, we'll say that it's sort of a poisoned state for the next minute
Cool.
as you try to collect yourself. Astaroth, you're the only one who awakens without too much trouble. You also feel around you this sand is harsh, the wind is hot. And you feel a sort of knob in your back.
What's the last thing we remember before being here?
So you were falling from a collapsing stone bridge that was going over a moat, but the moat seemed to fall away further and further as you fell towards a ferryman who was paddling slowly through that moat. And you don't remember hitting water. You then remember seeing visions collectively, the four of you, seeing through each other's eyes and then awakening, all of you sort of buried in sand now.
Right.
What seems like sand.
There's got to be a better way to travel through plains.
Where the hell are we?
I want to reach back and feel whatever's jamming in my back.
Okay. Yeah, you can feel it. It is hard. It is solid. It feels like just a protrusion poking out of the sand.
I landed a little rough, too.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
You all okay?
No,
I'm alive as far as I can tell.
I think something's in my lungs.
All right. So everybody's talking, so it can't be too bad.
Just so everyone's on the same page, I will let you know when you don't have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Okay. You are fine for
Ha
next.
ha!
All right. What the heck is this thing?
And I want to start kind of digging away the sand around whatever the thing we landed on is.
As you roll over, you see it's sort of like just a white-ish dome. Just sort of maybe 6 inches across, that is just barely cresting out of the sand. You see around you, by the way, that it looks like you're sort of in a crater. You can't really see over the edge of what's happening. All you can see is an edge of the bowl that you're sort of in. You're all still prone, by the way. And blackish gray clouds backlit by some source, but no discernible sun.
Oh, I must have lost my coat. Does anybody see it? Where are we? How do I...
Astaroth pulls himself to his feet and goes over to whoever's closest and like kind of helps pull him up.
Your choice. Who is it?
I'll say it's Lucian.
Okay.
So I kind of pull you up. I'm like,
You don't look too good, Blue.
Thanks.
Here. Let's all make sure we're all up out of the sand.
I'll go over and help Velma up.
I'll stand up.
Well, I figured that once I had Lucian up, we could split up and get everybody out of the sand.
There she is.
As the cat just coughing sand.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Just both of you have hair balls.
It's like a celestial creature, so it's probably fine.
Doesn't look like we're back in Ravnica.
Oh,
How can
Unless
you
we're
tell?
really deep in Gruul
I don't
territory.
remember this much
That's what I was thinking.
sand.
Can
I mean,
someone-
this is about how it felt when that tower came down on us, so I'm not that alienated here.
Can someone give me a lift and maybe we can get some eyes up there?
How close are we to
I
the
think
wall?
one of the tall ones should
You're sort of in the middle of it's probably, I would say it's probably 15 to 20 feet to the edges of this crater that you're sort of in the middle of. It's not like a hard edge.
Oh, so we can just...
You can sort of
climb up.
walk up the sand.
It's like an
to the
incline,
edge.
basically.
Yeah. You're sort of, so the crater itself, is slightly inclined. And you can choose how to proceed from there.
I want to go over to the thing in the ground, the like white orb that seems, and see if I can pull it out.
Great. Make a, pull it out, you say. Make a, I'll say nature check.
All right.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go up one side and see if I can see over
Which
the
side
edge.
would you like to go up? The side that's highest or lowest, or one of the other sides?
I guess lowest, whatever's easier for me currently.
Great.
So I'll do that since I don't feel great.
I'm really into nature, so I got a 4.
Ah.
You
Yep,
walk
we're in
over
nature.
to it and you palm it, and it's not budging. It's not moving at all. You can tell that it is if it was a ball, and it is a little bit oblong, but if it was an egg or a ball of some kind, it is much heavier or more solid than you would have originally anticipated.
Does it feel like there's something connected to it, like that's buried
With
under
your
it?
roll, you wouldn't know. It's
Okay.
just solidly in there.
I'm gonna sit on the ground and look through Arthur's eyes and send her to the top of the crater to look around and get an idea of what we're looking at.
Same side as Lucian, or the other side?
I'll go the other way.
Okay. You
well,
can both make perception checks.
I see you kind of over there, Phil. What are you doing? What is
Uh,
that?
I landed on this thing right here.
Oh, I don't know.
It seems a little out of place.
You don't have your cat card.
What does
do you?
it look like?
Look it up.
I'm gonna walk over and take a look at it
Okay.
as well.
I'll let you go ahead and make a nature check yourself.
This is still a disadvantage, right?
Yeah, yours is going to be a disadvantage, as is yours.
Is
Cool.
mine a
Well, I-
disadvantage too then?
Yours will be
Am
a
I a
disadvantage.
disadvantage when it's the cat's stats?
I guess not.
Okay. It's me. If it is, it's fine. I just want to make sure before I.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Nature?
Nature.
I got an 8 on my
Do
perception.
you like nature?
I do like nature. I got 15.
Nice.
So we'll start here, then we'll go here, then we'll go there. So your side, and you're closer to the lower
Right.
lip, and you
Yeah.
rolled an 8.
Yeah.
As you look across, you can see that the hill continues to descend for what seems you can't. So a very interesting thing here. You can't really discern distance. The end of your vision could be a mile away. It could be 100 miles away. It's very disconcerting. Almost makes your stomach ache that you can't really tell whether the objects are closer than they appear or further. But at the edge of your vision, you can see almost to the horizon, there appears to be a black crack in the earth that continues in each direction for as long as you can see, that sort of waves through the earth.
Like a fissure almost?
Almost
Okay.
a fissure. You can't pick up much detail, but you can tell that the black fissure appears to have some amount of what look almost like ants at the edges of the far side of the fissure, sort of moving slightly, and if they are ants, crawling in the opposite direction up the far side. And with your 8, that's about as much as you can get.
Okay.
So I have an 11 for sight, but if there's any smells, it's a 14.
Cool. Does no smells.
Okay.
Smells like a desert here.
Cool.
It is hot. It is gross. It's like Vegas, right? It's like
Smells like cigarettes?
it smells like it smells a little bit. It smells a little bit just awful. Just like you've opened an oven with nothing in it.
Okay.
Yeah, there is also a little bit of that sort of copper smell, like you accidentally bit the edge of your tongue
Okay.
a little bit. But there's nothing discernible, and the wind is also
Okay.
playing
So
havoc.
what's the 11 for visual then?
So you look across the horizon, and you can see hills in the distance, or mountains in the distance. Directly across from you, you can see that there is a bit of a flat section between some mountains.
Okay.
And with an 11, that's about as much as you can get.
Okay. I summon her back to me, and she perches back up on my shoulder, and I convey that information to the rest of them. There's some mountains over that way, and there's an opening of some sort.
It's just a giant fissure as far as I can tell, with maybe some creatures. I can't tell from this distance.
I've never seen so much open space before, even on that last place we were at.
Yeah, you've never seen this much distance with no buildings. None of you.
I mean, it's possible we're on some other part of Ravnica, maybe the other side of the world.
I don't think it's possible. There's city everywhere.
My grandma said the city never ends.
I hope this isn't Ravnica, to be honest with you, because if it is, then that war went much more devastating than we thought it was going to.
Oh no.
Right. Right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to alarm you. I don't think that we're on Ravnica, if that makes you feel any better.
I hope not. What did I see with the...
So you had a 15 on
Yep.
that. Okay. So you, with your check, again, smell is not helping here.
Sounds like my drunk.
Oh.
You can tell that this is,
Hope that's
first of all, the sand, I was just going to say, the sand is not entirely just rock. It is not just finely ground rock. There are, what you can tell are probably bone particles.
Oh, of course.
Fingernails.
Ew.
Bits of detritus that are unidentifiable. Old seashells. A lot of rock as well, but it is an amalgamation of debris that is making up this vast desert. The white orb itself, as you sort of investigate it, you can try to pull on it. And are you pulling on it, or are you just investigating around it?
I'm investigating around it,
Okay.
maybe like brushing debris off of it to see like.
Great. As you
what we're
brush
looking at.
more debris off of it, you can begin to see the makings of two open eye sockets.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Oh, you found a friend.
Yeah, it looks like I start brushing off around it more, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we've found some dead. It's a skull of some sort.
And as you brush around it, it is a humanoid skull, but it is larger than a
Okay.
normal humanoid. And as you continue to brush, this would be a very big humanoid.
Turns out we have a really big friend here. I wonder if there's more of them.
Is it bone or is it like a rotting corpse?
This is bleached white bone.
Okay.
Is this a grave for some sort of giant, maybe?
Well, whatever it is, let's be happy the thing is dead.
At this point, I would say that you all can sort of recover from your poisoned condition that you awoke with.
Oh.
But it
Summoning
is
sickness?
summoning sickness. Exactly. You entered the battlefield tapped.
I had haste, though.
True, you had haste, being the Boros Minotaur that you are. These are all hilarious magic.
I
tropes.
know.
Yeah.
They're
We're
very
no longer
good.
there. Can we just have a season that's
It's never gonna be
No.
Right.
Can we just play D&D?
Right. You are.
I know chat likes Matt.
As you brush away this detritus more and more from this skeleton, you do find that this is a bleached white skeleton of a humanoid with a clavicle and a rib cage
wow.
and shoulder blades and what appear to be the beginnings of joints of wings on the back.
Oh.
Demon, possibly then.
Or an angel.
Oh yeah, those are
Or maybe something in between.
I mean,
Danger.
we certainly know that there's a bit of a spectrum on that.
Right.
At this point, I would say, actually, I have all of your passive perceptions, don't I? No, I don't. What are your
You
passive
have mine.
perception scores?
You have mine.
I
I put
do.
mine on there.
And I do have the cat on my shoulder.
I don't have. Oh,
Mine's 14.
14.
14.
11.
Yay.
Okay. With your 14s, I
have a
will say
17.
you are still looking at the downslope side, and you're still looking at the skeleton. So I will say I'll start here. As you continue to peer off into the distance, the ants that look like they're climbing out of a fissure. The fissure is not really a fissure. It appears to be a flat black surface with no depth to it. The beings that are coming out that look like ants, you can see are humanoid-ish in nature, animal-like in nature. Occasionally a larger one will come out. You see bits of flashes of light, yellow and red, coming from the beasts that are emerging from the blackness, and also those more orderly ants marching down from the tops of the horizon are also dotted with red and orange, and they sort of clash into each other, either a mile or 10 miles or 100 miles away. Where are you looking?
I was looking at the skull,
At the skull?
the body that I'm
Sure.
slowly uncovering more.
I would say make a survival check.
12.
Okay. The features of the skull are feminine. The skull and skeletal structure itself leads you to believe that this was probably an angel. And it's been here for a very long time.
Okay, interesting. Is there any like armor on it, or is it just
Nope, no armor.
just the body?
Just the body.
So it's definitely an angel,
Doesn't look like any of the fire mains.
but it's been here a very long time.
You brought Arthur back to you.
I have a 17 right now. Yeah.
Okay, you rolled a 17?
No, passive perception.
Oh, passive
17.
perception.
When the cat's
17.
on my shoulder,
Sure.
I have a 17.
Okay.
Whenever I'm carrying her
Cool.
or holding her.
Good to know.
I think it's supposed to imply like I have an extra set of eyes and ears looking around,
Gotcha.
but I could be wrong.
So from your angle, you're not going to catch anything up from that ledge. I will say that the wind sort of... I was going to change the wind volume, but I'm not going to because whatever. Yeah, perfect. The wind from that direction appears to have a different twinge of noise to it now. Slightly different.
That was me doing different win.
I think there are more creatures on this side. Velma,
Mhm.
could you send up a flare?
I suppose I could. Do we want that?
Well, I mean, we'd have to attract some attention, or else we just start walking in a random direction.
Are we sure we want the attention this world's got for us? I don't know about you, but the air here tastes like a little like blood to me.
What if they just have like a permanent rock shop happening here?
Yes, I suppose that's not great, but
I mean, we are in what seems to be some mass grave. This is like, it's sand, but it's also death. I don't know.
Yes,
We
I
don't
would
know
like
where
to
we're at.
move out of this spot if we could.
yeah.
Lucian's right, though. We don't know where we're going. Maybe if there is anybody, we'll at least...
Look, fine. And I put my hand up in the air and I fire dancing lights as far up as I can shoot them.
Okay. So you fire up some dancing lights?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Let's see if that gets anybody's attention.
Let's not wait here long.
Okay.
I say if nobody shows up in the next couple minutes, we pick a direction and we go.
All right, yeah.
We gotta find somewhere to stay. I don't like the idea of being out here too long.
Well, let's pick a landmark and maybe head that way. I didn't see one promising in my direction.
Well, there was that opening in the mountains the other way, but I don't know how far of a walk that would be. This is such an open space. It could go on for days or it could be an hour. I have no idea.
Well, if we could get some height, maybe we could see what's around and then choose a different location to go to.
Let's get out of this dead crater. That sounds good.
Agreed. Yes.
Okay. So you're going to climb out of the crater?
Yes.
Which you can quite easily do.
I'm going to look around for anything that I can hide behind. Like, is there anything like, or is it just like flat and open?
Nope. Flat.
Okay.
Flat. As far as anything that's near you, there is not a ton of stuff that you can hide behind. There is stuff within maybe 50 yards.
Okay.
You can see sort of a jutting piece of metal or stone or something, a solid plinth sticking out of the sand, maybe 25 yards away.
Okay.
You can see what looks like maybe a third of a barrel of some kind, or perhaps the keel of a boat.
Okay.
That's maybe another 100 yards from you, but it's dotted. And as you look across the horizon, you do see that it is scattered with random debris of varying sizes.
Okay.
You can see, something that is humanoid-sized here and there. You can see something that's massive here and there.
Are the ants, quote unquote, coming towards us now, or are they staying where they were?
Make a perception check.
Okay. That is going to be a 19.
Okay. And you are looking specifically at the
Yeah.
downslope.
Where we saw something moving.
Right. However far away it is, it seems like most of the ants are continuing to climb up the far side. With the 19, you can tell that some of the forces that are coming out of this hole are coming out on this side as opposed to that side.
Okay.
You can't really discern whether they are coming this direction at this moment,
Okay.
but you can tell that that they aren't all emptying on the far side.
Okay, I'm gonna look in the other direction to see if I notice any changes since we took the flares up.
Cool. And if you want to keep that 19, I'll let you keep that.
I'd be happy to. Yeah.
Sure. You can now see coming from that direction, in between where the two mountains have separated, there's a small dust cloud.
Okay.
That appears to be sort of stationary, but expanding.
Okay. I believe we may have company, and I kind of motioned to the direction I saw that at.
They probably saw the flare.
Yeah, that was the plan.
All right, well,
Should we try to meet them halfway?
We might as well.
If there's somewhere that I could duck behind, I could at least keep a watch in case they are hostile. If they're benevolent, I could jump in with you. But if they're hostile, it'd be good to have at least one of us.
well, if we could just stay in this crater, I suppose we could just send one of us out to meet them and maybe surprise them if there's something off about them. Astaroth, I'd recommend you. You are the most threatening of us.
I've always been told I'm good with people.
Well, I don't know if I'd agree with that, but in this
He
case,
was excellent at the door at the club.
that's true.
I could accompany him. I usually have a pretty good read on people as well, and if something's awry.
All
That's
right.
true. It may not be necessarily the smartest idea to have our scariest person by himself in the front. So
Right. That's
that's a diplomatic
We got this.
protection.
all right.
All right. Me and you, Tutu. Let's do this.
So where are y'all headed?
We're going to head up out of the crater and towards the
Dust cloud.
chasm.
Towards the
dust
side of
cloud.
the
dust
coming.
cloud.
Yeah, dust cloud.
So you're heading uphill a little ways. There are a couple of, outhouse-sized rocks. You can find, if you walk enough, you can find whatever it is you're looking for to hide behind size-wise. It would be probably, you could find an outhouse-sized rock. You can find a house-sized rock if you walk several hundred
Is it something that we
meters.
could attain before the dust cloud arrives to us?
Yeah. I mean, again, distance is weird here. You can't tell how far away anything is.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have anything to base off of.
Correct.
Yeah.
In the same way.
And, you feel like every distance you walk, even to the edge of the crater, is either further or shorter than it should be in your mind's eye. Everything is sort of playing a little bit of a trick on you in terms of being an optical illusion of distance.
Okay. Well then, to make it easier for this section, should I roll stealth to see if I can find a thing to hide behind within where we're at? Or should I
Sure.
wait? Okay.
I will say roll for stealth, but instead of using your dexterity, use your intelligence. Because you're looking for a good place to hide.
Well, okay.
So I would say make an intelligence stealth check.
Okay. Well, I still have my proficiency bonus to that, so okay.
Yeah.
So it costs plus 3. So it's 10.
Okay. You find a what appears to be sort of like a jagged piece of metal. Almost like a prow of a train.
You know what? 13. I forgot to add because I have expertise.
Great.
Sorry.
This would be a functional hiding spot.
Mhm.
And just like sort of like the cow trap of a train, it is grated.
Okay.
So not only can you hide in it, but it does have weird shadows and stuff like that, and you can see through if
Okay.
that's what you're interested in. And if you want to keep that stealth check but add your dexterity, I'll let you use that as your hide.
Okay, so with the stealth, that would be 18.
You have successfully hidden.
Okay.
Separate from these two, who are sort of continuing, and as you continue to sort of look for avenues, the dust cloud is steadily getting larger and larger.
And you have that cloak that can help you be stealthier.
That's true.
I'm not sure how helpful it is in a dusty expanse. but-
Also true. Yeah, Cloak of Elven Kind. I have advantage on stealth checks made to hide, as the cloak's color shifts to camouflage you.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, so I will use that then.
Great.
I will attempt the same to hide. Well, that's a 2.
Okay. But you have advantage, right?
I do, yes. So that is a 10 plus stealth, which is here, which is 11.
Hiding in the same place, or
I would imagine so. We probably want to stick together.
Yeah.
okay.
And then I think Arthur is probably like looking around behind me a bit, so that way, like if someone comes up behind us, like
Perfect.
we're not taken
Sounds great.
surprised.
And you two are, how far away from these two do you want to be?
Probably not way too far.
I would say within 50 feet, if not
50
closer.
feet?
to be
Yeah, I would
honest.
say at least within like
So
range
let's-
of attacks.
Let's,
if we need them.
let's
You're behind us.
for no
right?
particular reason, let's make a little bit of a map here,
Cool.
right? So we'll say that this little, I don't even know where this came from.
reason.
This is from
It's an
Iron
Iron
Tusk
Tusk, yeah.
mini
It's a
painting.
good old pile of bones.
So we'll count that as the place that y'all woke up in,
Cool.
right? And so we'll put that over here. And you wanted to move, so to my left, to stage left, is going to be downslope.
Okay.
Off
That's where
in
the
the
fissure
distance
was.
where the fissure is.
And
then to my right is going to be where the dust cloud is appearing from.
Okay.
You all, so Artie is going to be on the edge on this side.
Artie's with me right now.
Artie's
She's
with
on my
you.
shoulder.
Got it. How far? I guess suppose it doesn't really matter.
I mean, we don't really know. Like, it's up to you.
Right.
Like, you're the
So
one
we'll
making
say-
the space.
Right, that's fair. So we'll go 10, 20, 30. So we'll go about here. Here is the train prow kind
Okay.
of situation, where we have Velma and we have Lucian, and then there's probably a larger. What kind of thing are you looking for specifically?
I don't know if they were
We're-
trying to
we're
hide. I
going
think
to
they
the
were.
dust
They're
Oh,
standing
you're heading
out.
directly.
They were going to
towards
just
the dust
greet them in the open.
We're heading
Got
towards it.
Got it.
Probably we would look for something that, like, I think Astrok would look for something that is elevated that he could, like, walk up and try and get a view of it coming.
We'll
But-
say that you have that. We'll say that you have a rock that you can sort of stand upon. And as you look in the distance, you use your keen eyes and make a perception check for me.
That is just a 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
this game is hell on our dice. tonight.
Yeah,
So you
seriously.
look off in the distance, and you can't really pick up anything except for that something is kicking up this dust. Something is approaching. And that sound of the wind that is approaching is a steady sort of whir and growl as a deep-throated kind of wind that you might hear in a cavern. Yeah, and that's what you hear.
You said a growl?
A bit. I mean, it's
Like
a
an
steady.
animal?
It's not like an animal growl. It's like a steady.
Got it.
Like just going endlessly.
Well, would we understand what an engine sounds like, having lived on Ravnica, where there's like mechanical devices and stuff like that?
Would you understand what an engine sounds like? Sure, I'll let you make intelligence checks
Oh,
to
Then no.
recognize
The answer
what
is no.
what this sounds like. If you're proficient with Tinker's tools
Nope.
or have proficiency with land vehicles, I'll let you add that.
Oh yeah, Lucian loved driving all the time. He had this awesome motorbike.
You know
And
what?
everybody can do that if they want.
I don't think I would know.
I don't think I would know either.
Yeah, I don't think I would know.
Yeah, I'm
There's
just
no
saying.
way.
Cool. Okay.
Like, at most, the most vehicles I probably would have run into is, like, the Parhelion or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Which are flying.
Or
which
like
is
just
a flying
Way
piece,
different,
so,
yeah.
It did
So-
run on combustion engine, that's for sure.
Right,
Right.
there you go. So as I will, we'll pause here for just a second. The thing in the distance, you're sort of waiting until it approaches. And you can wait until it approaches and you can sort of see that it does appear to be some sort of vehicle. Some sort of train that is not on tracks. You can see that it is moving quickly towards you. And as you get a better look at it coming from a distance, you can tell that it is quite large. Probably 2 stories tall. This particular. Oh, those are what I'm looking for. Thank you.
Oh, you gave them to me.
Yeah, I did. Just to be familiar.
Yeah.
As it comes towards you, you can sort of tell that it looks like a bulky, sort of like a trash truck. But it is it very clearly has a protrusion from the front that has a chain holding something in front of it that you can't really make out. It gleams a little bit with a little bit of a golden gleam with a light source that looks oddly radiant. The light source. And it gets closer and closer to you.
I think we wait.
Now we're waiting.
Okay. As it approaches, it is heading straight for the crater where the source of the flare went up. And as it comes closer and closer, you can see a giant six-wheeled vehicle, the tires of which have teeth that dig into the sand, and it kicks up behind it. The sound of the engine screams and yells as it approaches, sort of like a poorly maintained car. And from the front, you can see that there is some sort of wrecking ball device hanging from the front that passes in front of the light source every once in a while. And there is a light source that you can't really make out on the very front of this vehicle. But as it gets closer and closer, it doesn't see you.
As it's getting closer,
Yes.
Can we make out any like ornamentation or like look on the thing?
Sure, make a... I guess this would be perception.
All right.
Yeah, actually, this would be investigation.
Okay.
Investigation.
I got a 17.
17. 18.
Yeah.
You can see that it is made of rusty wrought iron. It is beaten and has gashes in it. It's been patched over in places with other mismatched type of metal. It does have a golden gleam to it, though. It does appear as if it is armor plated with some sort of gold armoring. Whether it's real gold or not, you don't know, but it reflects. And as you look closer, you can see that the light source that is coming from the front of this vehicle appears to sort of waver a little bit as it rumbles, sort of like an anglerfish's protrusion. And what was the number?
18.
18. How close do you let it get?
Well, before it gets too close, I'm going to go ahead and cast guidance on you, Astaroth.
Okay.
Just because I'm not sure what we're in for, and this looks kind of hardcore, so
Mm-hmm.
not sure what we're in for, but...
Mm-hmm.
I think as we realize how huge it is and it's getting closer and stuff,
Yes.
I kind of go,
Tutru, let's get down. I'm not sure I want this thing to see us.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's best, actually.
So as it gets close enough, it's probably within 200 yards of you now. And moving at a steady clip. It's probably going 30 miles an hour. Faster than y'all can run. It's not headed straight for you, it's headed for the crater.
Right.
It does not appear to have noticed any of you yet, but it does appear to be rumbling along, and making a dead line for that crater.
This
It'll
thing's
probably
huge.
pass within 30 feet of you.
All right.
you have message? Do we have a way to talk to them from here?
I mean, I have message.
I have
Do we still have our earpieces in?
Didn't we take them out because
I
of
feel like,
feather?
yeah, I thought we took them out or something. I don't remember. But I feel like you guys ducked down because you didn't want to be seen.
Right.
Yeah,
And
and,
we're like, yeah, that makes sense.
and honestly, I probably could just turn and kind of gesture to them and just be like,
Yeah.
Stay down. Stay back.
And then I see you do that, and then I cast message, and I go, "What's going on?"
The thing's huge. It's like an entire moving building. I've never seen anything like it.
I think you're running out of the words you can use for a message.
You have 25, so I'll let you
The
complete
thing's
a
huge.
thought.
It looks like
you're
a
doing
giant
good.
moving building.
25's a lot.
It's more
So,
than you think.
To clarify, for in Dungeons and Dragons
thought it was
term, this is
24.
a gargantuan vehicle. This is a 20 by 20 by 20 foot vehicle coming in your direction.
If this is trying to kill us, we're not gonna be able to stop it.
Nice.
So I'm going to say that
You should hide then.
So this thing moves pretty quick. This thing moves probably it looks like it's moving faster than you can dash.
Well, you say that.
I do say that.
You do. But as it gets closer,
Tutu commands the speed force.
I do have my handy dandy robe of useful items.
Ooh boy, my favorite Dungeons and Dragons item.
What's in there?
And in this robe, I hope it's in here. Yes, I have a patch of pits.
Oh what?
And I can make a 10-foot cube pit to fall into.
Oh my god.
Sure.
I'll just
Okay. So you can. So. Okay.
I love it so
So you have a patch of pits.
yes.
What? Perfect. So you can
You
make.
got a hole in your cloak.
Yeah. Right.
Turns out.
So it looks like you can tell where it's driving.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to leave your hiding spot in order to place that patch.
Right.
Well, they weren't hiding, were they?
Well, we went down. We were
Oh.
on.
Oh, yeah,
top
you were
of
on the
something.
rock.
They probably just took a knee or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to make yourself visible to place this patch.
Well, weren't we up and we walked down,
Sure.
and then I'm just beneath us.
Beneath
This
you?
is for them to hide it.
Oh,
Yes.
you're dropping into
Yeah,
a
because
pit.
it's 20 by 20. We can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think we want to make the first move
You're making a
against
10
this
by
thing.
10-foot pit.
But I
here?
also thought you were doing it for the vehicle to fall into, and I'm like, that's
Right.
so cool.
Oh.
That would have been cool, but I definitely
It's
would.
too big,
I
yeah.
was more on the side
Y'all
of the
are y'all drop into a pit.
I'm like, brace yourself.
And they're tall enough that it should
And I just take the patch and slam it into the ground
Great.
beneath us.
So you do have yourself a hiding hole that
I
you
sent a
can
message.
peek out.
Are you okay? Did you just fall into a hole?
Yeah,
The-
Totoro had a pit in her, hit her
Oh.
cloak somehow.
Oh,
It is
fair enough.
now basically driving past you. It does not look like they saw you with my 5 and my 2. So as it's driving up to you and you're still peering out, you can see what the front of this thing looks like. It looks, it looks hellish is what it looks like. But more specifically, it does look like it has a ball that is 5, maybe 7 feet in diameter, attached to a chain, hanging from the front of this,
Like a wrecking ball?
like a wrecking ball,
Okay.
hanging from the front of this device. That it has 2 large front wheels that are sort of housed in the vehicle itself.
That doesn't seem very aerodynamic.
Oh, it is horrendously not aerodynamic. In fact, it's kicking up a bunch of dust and making a dust cloud as it drives. It looks like it has 1 back wheel and 2 front wheels, so it's not particularly stable either. But it seems like it's steering with its back wheel, so it's able to tail spin, essentially.
It seems like a vehicle it would build, but then the Rakdos took over or something. I don't understand.
And as it drives past you, the last thing that is really weird is that you see what appears to be a living being tied to the front of the vehicle with ropes or chains or something. You can't really tell in the dust, but what you can make out is that is the light source. And the light source that's wavering from there is at the end of a trunk. A trunk of an elephant. It's about this big.
Now, an elephant,
sorry.
not a loxodon?
Nope, an elephant that is this big.
Wait, just the trunk?
The trunk itself is probably 8 inches
The
long.
elephant's like this, like an actual.
It's like a
this small.
stuffed
It's like a
animal.
pig.
It's like an
Oh.
elephant the size of a corgi
Got it.
with a trunk, and on the end of the trunk is the light.
Got it.
And that's
okay.
what's changed
the
to
human.
the front.
And that's what's changed to the front.
Or the thing, the humanoid, whatever.
And
No, I think the elephant is the creature.
the elephant is the creature
Yeah.
that's tied to the front.
There's a tiny elephant tied to the front of this
I
thing.
get it, okay?
It's not a person.
It's a little cute tutoroo thing.
Yeah,
It's Dumbo. It's Dumbo
Future
tied to the
steps
front.
out of the
Clarification.
queue.
Right. Clarification. Not a loxodon. An
Right.
actual elephant.
Right.
But like a stuffed animal-sized elephant.
Right.
And
You know, stuffed animals don't have like a specific ratio, right?
That's
Stuffed
fair.
animals may be
Right.
bigger or
They're
smaller.
usually small.
Right.
Either way, it still has features that look like
Yeah.
Loxodon, and
Yeah.
it still sends a pang through my heart.
Of course.
and it's driving directly past you, and that's about as much as y'all can see from your perspective. It is gonna pass y'all soon.
But it's not
What-
alive.
What's not alive?
The elephant.
No, it is.
It's alive.
It
You
looks
don't
alive.
know.
Oh, you said it was
Oh.
earlier.
It looks like it's tied to the front.
Yep.
There is light coming from the tip of the trunk. You cannot tell from where you're sitting. I'll let you make let's make a insight check. No, this would be animal handling.
What if I could just smell the death of it?
Oh, it smells like death.
Okay.
The whole place smells like
Oh,
death.
well then.
You can't smell that animal that's driving past you, specifically if
They
it's
have an air freshener in the
That's
window.
my
That's just
secret
a
I
Yeah,
will let
I'm
you
always
make.
dying.
I will let you make it. Actually, this isn't an animal. I don't think. I'll let you make a insight check.
We're all animals if you think about it.
Make an insight check.
Sure. Come on. 15.
Not bad.
Okay. You can kind of gauge, because you can read trunk, from your own trunk. You can tell that some force is holding the trunk
Oh,
aloft.
so it dead.
No, it's probably alive because some force is
Oh,
holding
got
it
it.
up, as opposed to just
I thought you meant like
lazily.
they had like something stuck in it holding it.
No.
I was like, oh.
And it drives past you. Do you want to do anything as it drives past?
It's alive. Whoever's on it is alive.
It's coming up on y'all.
It's alive.
I don't think we can take this thing on, tutoroo.
I don't know what
I think we
can
can take it. Let's do it.
No, stay down. I'm gonna try and talk to it.
Oh, you're going to talk to it?
I'm gonna message it.
You're gonna try to message the tiny elephant.
Yes.
Cool.
I believe messages a range of like 120.
Okay.
But let me just.
Things moving quick, so you're gonna try to clock it at 120
It
feet
is
away,
120, yeah.
and then like quickly get a conversation in as it drives past you.
Yes.
Cool.
You're alive.
Hey, are you alive or what?
Are you stuffed or real or what, David?
Go ahead and what are you trying to send?
What do I say to this thing? Hello, are you alive? And can you tell me where we are?
Hello? Help, 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 help. And then that's the end of the. What did it say?
Well, either it needs help or we're in a location named help, is what I have figured out.
So the truck,
probably
the
first.
truck
The
drives
help
past
desert.
you all and comes to a screeching halt in front of the pit where you all were. Maybe 100 feet from you two, and probably more like 50 feet from you two,
Okay.
which is where the crater was.
Okay.
It stops. Two things get out and climb down into the crater.
Okay.
All right.
Now's our chance. We could probably save whatever it is.
If the thing needs help, let's go.
You don't know that it needs help.
Yeah.
Well, first
we know.
I'm gonna message you like, come,
Okay.
come to where we are first.
Yeah.
Let's regroup.
Yeah, let us stealthily.
So I'll say that this is here. Actually, we'll scoot this 10 feet this way so that you all can stay here. You're going to try to stealthily get from here to here.
Yep.
I
Yep.
need stealth checks from you two. Make them an advantage because it's
see what
dusty
that was.
and the things that are looking for you aren't particularly interested in what are looking for you.
Sweet.
Ooh.
That is a 17.
Uh-oh.
Glad we have advantage. This is stealth?
Stealth.
You're
stealthy, right?
-1.
Uh-oh.
12.
12. 12 and?
17.
Oh, don't forget you have guidance as well.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
that it matters, but
But I can just add a d4 to things, right?
You
18.
you make it over to the train prow, and it doesn't look like anything has nothing is the wiser. The vehicle starts back up. The whatever got out looks like it's about to climb back in.
All right. This is our chance if we want to help that thing.
There's something on it. I don't know if you saw it, but there's something on it.
Yes, he
it's
said
alive.
it asked for help.
All right.
But how do we do? What do we
I
do?
don't know.
I'm going before this thing starts up again. We're not going to catch it if it
Wait,
goes.
we don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Well, then we'll have to figure it out.
I want to run to try and
Dope.
jump onto the side of the thing.
Okay. So you're gonna sprint from here to the truck.
Yep.
Great. What's your movement?
My movement is 30.
Okay, and you're so 30 would get you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So I will, I'll just dash full run.
Okay. Dash, yes.
I was gonna say, as he starts running, I'm like, wait, Esther! Oh goodness! And then I'm just like, and I cast bless on him.
Okay.
Nice.
Great.
And I feel it going as I'm like,
Yeah, feeling
Hashtag
good.
blessed.
Hashtag bless.
And you are now up to this vehicle. Now, this vehicle is shiny. It is not chrome, but it is a mishmash. It is a horrific display of machinery.
does it seem climbable?
Yes.
Then I'm going to kind of grab onto it and start pulling myself up onto it and try and get up to the front.
Okay.
Where
I will say
that
make
thing
an
was.
athletics check
Sure.
to see if the end of your dash allows you to climb.
Okay.
Can I see any sort of weakness in like the wheels or the whatever's propelling this vehicle?
Make an intelligence check.
It does. I get natural 20.
Perfect. You can climb anywhere
28,
you wish.
so-
So you're trying to get up to the front.
Yeah.
Astaroth climbs back
You
to
find
Ravnica.
that as you're easily able to find handholds on this patchwork vehicle. You find a front cab location. You find a door to. You find like a back door and then a front door. You said you were heading to the front.
Mhm.
The front door does not have a window, and it is locked.
Okay. So the thing that's alive is on the outside, right?
The thing that is alive is on the outside and up from you.
I'm gonna try and climb up towards it.
Okay. I'm gonna give you that surprise round.
Sure.
And then we'll get to that
Totally fine.
in a minute. So I'm letting you all have a surprise round here
Okay.
because they didn't see you.
I got a 17 on trying to figure out this thing has some sort of weakness to make it stop
Sure.
moving.
First of all, this thing looks like it's been badly damaged recently.
Okay.
A lot of the patchwork is hodgepodge, and as it starts back up and the engine rattles the rest of the vehicle, bits appear to be rattling. This thing looks like it's already well damaged. In particular, one of the back wheel looks like it is sort of like a faulty shopping cart wheel.
Okay.
It is like not turning as well as it should.
Okay. Then if I can still go, I don't know if you want to get somebody else before I do something.
You have your movement. That was your action
That was my action. I will.
because you were looking for weaknesses.
I'm going to stay here. That's the distance we actually are from it, like
yes,
50-ish
this is
feet.
50-ish feet.
Okay.
Do you convey that information?
Yeah, I'll tell you guys absolutely. But the back wheel looks very weak, and
we'll say that this car is about this big, by the way.
Okay.
Even though I have this vehicle right here.
Yeah.
And Astaroth's up top. Did you have things you wanted to do?
I'm going to prepare an action.
Okay.
I'm going to start like charging up my Eldritch Blasts,
Okay.
and I'm just going to hold them. And if something comes out towards Astaroth, I'm just going to fire them off at them.
Great.
Like if something comes to attack him, I'm just going to fire them.
You use bless. So
Yeah, I
let
did.
you
I
use
did use my
movement
bless.
or bonus
Hmm.
if you have either.
I'm just gonna delay to see what happens.
Cool.
Or wait to see what happens.
At this point, you hear from the front of the cab, and as you look, because you turned around the corner, and right through the windscreen, you see a horrific, undead-looking face, sullen and sunken and gray, and sort of gasps. Yeah.
As soon as I see it, I kind of like pull myself back, be like, oh crap.
Mm-hmm. And then, so you no longer see it, but then you hear as a giant air horn of this truck sounds, and the door on this side on the side facing you all opens, and out pours a bunch of ghouls. At this point,
Ghouls!
we will roll for initiative.
Can I fire off my Eldritch Blast?
You can.
Woo.
You were holding that. That's fine.
Yeah.
The first ghoul comes out and I look at it and go, "Hi, I'm new here."
And then, watch it.
That's
Watch
it!
it.
Alright!
I'm gonna use a different dice.
Okay, so I have a 21 and a
Try turn that down a little bit.
12.
Oh, wait, is that you got? Okay.
Okay. So these are going to go there.
I got a 15.
This is... All right, who has above 20?
I got 21.
Oh. Hang on, I have my initiative now.
Okay. 20 to 15?
I have 18.
15.
15?
1.
Yikes.
Oh.
Actually, this is this way. Because he's got a 16. Lucian, well, no, I'm sorry. You get to go first.
So
You
I
see
had a
two-
21 and a 12.
Right. 20, what is...
That's my attacks.
Oh, our attacks,
I fired
yes.
2 Eldritch Blasts.
Cool.
One was a 21, one was a 12.
Gotcha,
so I have
gotcha,
to fire 2
gotcha.
beams.
So, you see the door open and a ghoulish figure appear in the doorway.
Yeah.
And you fire, the 21 and the 12 both hit.
Okay. So
this
those
is-
are each going to be a d10. So the first one does 6 damage, force damage, and the second one does just 2 force damage.
Okay, so 8 total?
Well, it's 2 different beams. Yeah.
8 total.
So they can be the same guy or it can be 2 different.
Right, there's
two
only
different-
one in the doorway.
Okay,
right
then
now.
yeah, 8 to 1 guy then. Force damage.
Cool. So that first ghoul that's appearing in the doorway takes that much damage. You also see as that ghoul opens the door, there are 2 weird like hands that just sort of crawl out of the doorway and upside down onto the roof.
Oh wow.
Just hands.
Just hands. And now we're gonna start initiative. Lucian, you're up first.
Okay. How well did Velma's attack do against that ghoul? Did it seem to like stagger it or anything? Did it seem like
The ghoul did not seem like it's in pain, if that's what you're asking.
just the okay?
It
okay.
took out a chunk of its shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just hands.
Then I'm gonna.
2 of these come out of the door as well.
Ooh.
Oh, it's literally hands.
Literally
I don't like-
Oh.
crawling.
I thought you meant they were
claws.
hands attached to something that was pulling itself out of the car.
Cool. Then I'm going to aim for those hands and do magic missile at my wand of magic missile at second level, so I can do 2 darts to each.
Sure.
So I will do that.
So I'll let you roll each dart individually.
Oh, okay. Sure,
That's fine.
That's fine. So 4 and 3.
Okay, so
that's...
you send 1 dart at one and 1 dart at the other. They immediately explode and are no more.
Oh, okay.
Those 2 hands.
Cool. Can I use my remaining darts?
You can.
Then I'll send it at the ghoul that I can see.
Great.
So 3 and 5, so 8. Another 8.
Yeah, and those sort of bear holes in the ghoul as well. This ghoul is sick, like 70% of its upper torso is now missing. These things do not show pain, though. And so it appears as if it's still trying to get out, even though it's getting shot by these shotgun shells.
Okay. I hope that thing wasn't friendly. It didn't look friendly.
Do you want to move?
Yeah, I'm going to move 30 feet towards Astrock.
Yeah, quick question.
Yes.
I feel like all our senses are telling us that these are not friendly, fun things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They could
Yeah.
be fun and not friendly.
I'm saying normally when things are ghouls,
Uh-huh.
they're not good. Except
these
in
were
like the Fallout universe.
Well, we also were like
Also-
begged for help by a
I
creature.
will say,
So.
Yeah.
this one is in the doorway. Velma,
Uh,
and you saw this, which now you've seen both. The one that's driving looks pretty tough compared to the other ones that are coming out. Yeah.
I am gonna move about to where Lucian is.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put my hand on Lucian.
Yes.
And I'm going to cast Protect Against Evil and Good.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
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 And then as a bonus action, I'm also going to take with my other hand, I'm gonna flip my fan around a little bit, and I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to the big guy over here.
Yeah.
And at this level, you get a D8.
Nice.
In the next 10 minutes.
When did you have time to acquire a new fan, Velma?
I have more fans than you can think.
All right.
Yeah. We have lots of big fans.
I have fans anywhere I go.
Ah.
in many different area codes.
Wait.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Excellent.
And
It-
I'm going to run to the restroom.
We're both plus?
Great.
Okay.
It is now the ghouls'
You know my AC,
turn.
tell me
The
if I hit.
ghouls are going to pour out like a clown car of the vehicle.
Uh-oh.
One of them has many holes in it, but there are 4 total.
Did you say he's holy?
I would say he's quite holy at this point. And they are all going to... Well, you know, Astaroth looks pretty frightening, so we're going to attack Astaroth, I do think.
Seems fair.
Maybe they were here just to check on their skeleton friend and we ruined
So
it.
they are going to use... they're going to... 2 of them are going to use a bite, and 2 of them are going to use claws. These are the 2 bites. That's a 19 plus...
Yeah,
I
that'll
feel like
hit.
the 19 probably just gets him.
Well, 19 is my armor.
So 21 and then
So, yes.
15. So one of the bites will get you, and then the other 2 are going to use claws. One of them is not going to get you. The other one is a 19. So one gets you with a bite, one gets you with the claws.
He's being spawned.
Who did she protection get?
The bite
You.
deals you 11 damage
Yikes.
as it sinks its teeth into your shoulder. The other one, I do not roll 2d6. I instead roll 2d4, but it deals you 7, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, what was the first one? It was 7 and what?
11, I think is
7?
what I said.
So total
9.
18.
Yes, total 18, and I need a Constitution saving throw. DC 10.
All right. I easily got it. I
Cool.
got a 25.
So the claws tear into your flesh, and you can feel that these claws are gangrenous and diseased in some way, and you feel your muscle almost start to lock up, like you wouldn't be able to move, but you are able to shake it off and prevent paralysis from setting in, as these are all surrounding you on all. So there's a truck on one side, and then skeletons on 4 of your other sides.
Whew.
Astaroth, it's your turn.
Well, I can tell this ain't no welcome wagon.
And then I'm just gonna grab my, pull my axe out of its hitch on my back and just slam it into. Actually, I guess I'm holding on with one hand.
You tell me.
All right, this is just the flavor of how it's going. I hold on to it with one hand and just with the other hand just swing the axe around and smash it into. I get 2 attacks, so
Sure.
I'll attack one, and if it kills it, I'll move on
Cool.
to the other. Otherwise, I'll.
Since this is the flavor, I will let you. You can roll the first die.
Uh-huh.
If you want, you can keep both. You can keep it for both attacks to swing through.
Tight.
Oh.
All right. So.
And are you swinging for one of the ones? Do you want to hit the one that was damaged already, or do you want to hit 2 undamaged ones?
I'll start with the one that was damaged
Great.
already because it came out first.
Fabulous.
So the way I see it is like they're pouring out, and I'm just kind of like
Yep.
whacking along the row as they're going.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So. Oh no! It's way away. I'm re-rolling that. That was horrible.
Sounds like a deal.
Okay, so that's a 13 for the
Blast.
first attack.
You're blessed.
Oh, right. What does that do
Whenever
again?
you make an attack roll or saving throw roll before the spell ends, target can roll
Oh,
a
right.
d4 and add it to the attack roll.
Definitely doing that then.
Great.
So that is a 15.
Hits.
Yes.
Roll for damage.
Okay.
That's going to hit them both, so I'll let you keep that for both. And go ahead
Okay.
and roll damage.
Do you want to roll damage twice or just the same
it's up to
one
you.
for each? All right. That is 18 damage.
Jeepers!
Holy cow.
18 damage?
Yes.
Okay, well, you obliterate the injured ghoul.
No, sorry, just 16 damage.
Oh,
Oh.
just
Oh, then why,
Just
boss?
16.
Sorry.
You still
Why?
obliterate the first ghoul.
But just a little less.
So one of the
I don't get out of
ghouls
the bed for
turns
less than
into
17
more
damage.
of the dust and bone detritus that is already surrounding you. One of the other ones takes 16 on the chin, and by that I mean you home run its jaw halfway across the battlefield. Boing! Boy, it's already looking pretty rough.
And that was both my attacks for the turn.
Excellent news.
I guess I could You know, I sort of have. So how many more of these guys are there still?
There appear to be,
Four, well-
there are 3 remaining ghouls. There is the ghast that is in the driver's cab that you've not seen what it can do yet. And there is you have not looked in the cab yet to see what else is in there.
30 clowns.
Right. You don't know what else is in there.
All right, I'm gonna take my action surge.
Great.
Because you guys, I've said it many times before. I'm not one for preserving resources, and I'm gonna take 2 more swings.
Perfect.
At the other one. So I'll take the next swing, and I'll just do these as separate things. So that is a 25.
That hits.
And that does 1d12 plus 6 damage, which is 13 damage.
Okay. To the injured
So
one?
this is the one that I already hit once.
Yeah, that one's dead now.
Yeah.
So you've cleaned out 2 of them.
Nice.
Well, they still die like on Ravnica.
As far as we know.
One more hit or one more attack, and that is a 20, not natural.
Okay. 20 hits. Not hard to hit these things. Not particularly hidden.
And that does 17 damage.
To an undamaged third.
Yep.
Excellent news. And that one also looks pretty rough. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Excellent. The
Hell
ghast.
of a turn.
Let's see here. The ghast is going to exit the front of the cab as well, open the door right in your face, and it smells disgusting. It smells atrocious, and you feel that stench coming into your sinuses. Tell me at the start of your turn if you are still within 5 feet of this creature.
Okay.
Oh.
It is also going to use its claws against you. Its claws are quite powerful, but it does not hit you, unfortunately. It's going to be...
It swings at me, and I
14.
kind of, with the one arm that was on it, kind of swing back out of the way
Right.
for a moment.
But I
push off with my axe.
But it is just coming down on top of you. Tutoru, it's your turn.
It is my turn. I can move 30 feet. How far away is that? 5, 10.
Pretty much to where me and
5, 10,
Okay.
15, 20, 25. You can get there-ish.
Okay, how is Astaroth looking right now after getting hit so much?
How's Astaroth looking?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
On a scale of 1 to 58, I'm about 40.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use Sacred Flame then
Great.
on the ghoul. This one.
On one of the ghouls.
Yes.
Cool. Great. Go ahead. The injured one.
Yes. the
Yes.
injured
Excellent.
one.
What would you like for... Is this a saving throw or an attack?
It's just an attack.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Fails. 2 on the dice.
Great, so I don't know. Hold on, I have to read this. Radiance descends on the creature. The target must succeed or take 1d8 of radiant damage.
It's 2d8 because you're past level 5.
Yes, thank you.
It's radiant, which hopefully, fingers crossed, does the good stuff.
8 damage. 8 radiant damage.
8 radiant damage is enough to explode this particular one from the center, turning it into more bone dust that will add to the desert.
Bone dust.
Exploded. There is 1 ghoul remaining on the ground with Astaroth.
Okay.
Tutoru, do you have anything else?
Not currently. I can't move anymore, so yeah.
After those beings, you see 6 more of these hands crawl out of the bus itself and
Okay.
begin to crawl onto the ground. And they, I guess, are going to attack... Yeah, they'll attack Astaroth again. So all of these hands begin climbing on Astaroth. One of them is going to miss. The other one is a 20 to hit.
Ooh.
Both of those miss. And both of those miss. So one of these hits
That's
you.
not bad.
One of them got you right in the eye.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you gotta take a hit.
Take 4 slashing damage.
That I
Yeah,
can
we
do.
got a
Are you gonna
nail
go,
in your
okay?
eye.
Are you gonna okay?
All right.
As these hands are climbing all over you. You're going to catch these hands.
Get off of me!
Hope you're not
At the
taking
bottom
lunch.
of the round, Artie catches in the corner of their vision some beings from the edge of the black line
The ants.
coming in this direction.
Okay.
And they're growing slightly. Some of them appear to be slithering, some of them appear to be hopping, some of them appear to be sort of flying, flapping a little bit, but they're coming in this direction.
We're gonna have company. I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
Top of the round, Lucian.
I am going to see those hands surrounding Astaroth, and I'm going to expend the rest of the charges on my wand.
Okay.
Which I believe I have 5, so... Actually, I guess I don't need to... There's only 6 of them, you said?
6 hands, yes.
6 hands? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4... I just need to do it at 4 charges, so almost all of them. So I will expend those charges to Magic Missile on 6 of them.
Okay.
So separating each one.
And they deal at least 2 damage each, right?
Yes,
Okay.
they have to.
Right. These things have 2 hit points.
Cool.
So you go bap, 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 and all the claws are obliterated and are just sort of
Nice.
Hands off our Minotaur.
like dead swatted flies. Now.
Nice shooting, Blue.
I got you covered.
And you also have your movement and your bonus.
Okay, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the front here, and just, if I can, just say to that creature that was up front, like, hey, hang on, we're trying to help.
Okay. And in response, you do not hear a voice. Instead, you receive telepathically a message from this being that stares at you and looks like this. There's legitimately like a stuffed elephant in the book.
Yay!
Right? So this
That's what it
looks at you and is like, okay, yeah, you're doing great. You know, well, let's get out of here quickly though, because I'm really scared.
Okay, yeah. Working on it.
What's your name?
I'm Lucian.
Hi, Lucian. I'm Lulu.
Lulu, nice
Yeah,
to meet you.
like you, kind of. Because Lulu Lucian.
oh,
Okay,
right.
go ahead.
Lulu.
I'll see you in a minute. Literally Lulu the Holly fan.
Wow, that worked out well.
Right? It's perfect. Okay. Velma.
I am going. What's the Ghast wearing?
The gas?
Like what kind of armor
What
and
is the
stuff?
gas?
Like fashion-wise, like summer.
Here's the question.
wearing?
Who's the guest? Yeah.
Is it hot girl summer for this gas?
I imagine not much.
Is it wearing armor? or something?
Oh, heavens, no.
Is there metal?
No.
Oh, that's
heavens.
what she's asking for.
Good heavens is this thing not wearing armor.
Okay.
The car is made of metal.
Okay. Well, yeah, but there's also
I'm
an
clinging
innocent
to the
creature.
car.
There's also an innocent creature attached to the car, so I
We'll
need
help you,
to
Lulu,
that.
as it
There is also that.
No.
We just microwave it.
It's like the lobster on The Boys.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh
all
my
right.
god.
Don't do
Okay,
that.
Okay. I am going
But what if
to
we did?
cast.
We'd have food for
I'm gonna move back a bit.
Uh-huh.
So that I'm gonna move back to kind of like to the left of Tutsaru there.
Yeah,
So that I'm out
it
of-
is wearing this. It's
Gotcha.
wearing like a loincloth.
Okay, cool. I gotta make sure not to imagine what the mini is wearing. Okay, so I'm gonna move back to the left of Tutsaru there, so I'm out of like melee range.
Like here?
Yeah, and then I'm going to cast. Let me make sure I still have the range to do this. Yeah, I do. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on him.
Okay.
So he needs to make a Dexterity saving throw.
Dex save?
Yeah.
15.
He saves.
Every time with that fairy fire.
Aww.
He saves.
Darned rats.
Yeah. All right. That was my. Do I have a bonus fun that I can do? Yeah, that's about all. That's just, it was fun playing with y'all.
Oh, boy.
No, I don't have any good bonus actions to do right now.
Okay.
So.
Next in the initiative is the last
Why are you
remaining
using that
ghoul,
spell?
which is going to attack Astaroth once again.
Fair.
Is gonna miss. Yep, it's gonna miss. And it is just gonna go on the opposite side and like just harry you. It's Astaroth's turn. At the top of your turn,
I'm still within 5 feet of it.
you sure are. I need a Constitution save.
Don't barf.
Good thing I'm good at Constitution saves. I say. as
Huh?
I'm
Good.
about
Let's
to-
say that before we roll.
Goodness.
Hey, I'm one to, make these things hard. 17.
Okay. You succeed. Once again, you feel this, urge to lock up. Your muscles tense and your bones creak, but you're able to shrug it off as paralysis does not overtake you. The stench, neither the claws, able to freeze up Astaroth, and it is your turn.
Take a bath, buddy.
Can I? What I want to? How high up are we?
So you're hanging from the truck. I'll say you're about 5. I'll say your feet are 3 feet off the ground, so you're like 5 to 10 feet off the ground.
Okay, so I'm not that high up.
No,
On this whole thing.
and the ghast is above you, and the ghoul is below you, sort of like at an angle of like trying to get into a big Ford Super Duty, right?
Okay. So
Seems more like a Mack truck, I guess, but you get my point.
Yeah. So would I have a? Would I be able to get to the ghast?
Yeah. You're swinging. You can swing up at the ghast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I kind of want to. So what I want to do is reach up and grab the ghast leg and just pull him down.
Okay.
So should I grapple him
This will
for
be a
that?
grapple.
Okay.
This will be. Okay.
Pull him down into your horns.
I got a. I think that's a 17.
Okay.
Yes.
17 is a hit. Now I'm going to have you make an athletics check to
All
see
right.
if you can pull him. You've grappled him, but let's see if you can pull him.
Okay. Yeah, I grab my hand. Astaroth grabs his hand around his leg and is like, "How about we even this playing field a little bit?" And just tries to pull him down.
Great.
And that is it's athletics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an 18.
18 does it. You're able to pull. I'm going to make a constitution save to see if the leg pulls off.
Ew.
Leg does not pull off.
Oh.
So you're able to pull the ghast out of the cab of this truck, and we'll say that it falls, taking fall damage of 10 feet. So it'll take a d6 of fall damage. It'll take 1 damage. And it is now prone on the ground.
So grappling takes 1 attack action.
Correct.
Can I have my extra attack on top of that?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so I pull him down, and then as soon as he hits the ground, I just follow up with like basically dropping on him
Sure.
and bringing my axe down on
Go
him.
ahead and roll your attack.
But what if he's intelligent and can speak?
All right, so that was a lot. That was a 19 plus 9, so
Hits.
that's a 28.
It's a lot, yeah.
And oh, wait. And also, I'm forgetting because it's been a while. But I think that 19 is
Oh, you crit
also
on
Oh, it's a crit.
Yeah,
Okay.
It is.
Right, I forgot.
Oh boy.
It's been a
cobwebs outta
while.
here.
It's okay.
Hooray! Okay. So now I roll 2d12. Five. That is 11.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me as well,
Uh,
since you're landing on this guy.
Okay. That's 17 damage
Okay.
on him,
Yep.
and then the d6 is a 1.
Okay, so it'll be 1 damage to you
Yep.
and 1 damage to it.
Okay.
So that'll be 18 total damage to the ghast
Mhm.
as you bring your axe down and land heavily and make some bone crunch with your hooves
Mhm.
on the bottom. The ghast is a little bit meatier, a little bit tougher, and it sort of snarls at you, but it does look like it's taken quite a beating already. Tutoru, it's your turn.
Sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and. Is that one still alive? I'm assuming that's on the table?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna. Has it been hit?
This one has
Yeah.
not been hit, no.
Ah, okay.
Actually, because you left this one's area of attack, I'm going to take an attack of opportunity against you, Astaroth.
Yep.
Does not hit.
Cool.
Go ahead.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on it.
Great. This is another save.
Dexterity.
19 on the dice.
Boo. So it doesn't do anything, right?
Correct.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna use the rest of mine to move over towards the front.
You want to circle
Yep,
around?
circling around.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll say you can get there.
Cool.
You can now see the being that is tied up on the on the grill, right under the windshield.
Okay, great.
At the end of Tutoru's turn, Arthur does see the other creatures now fast approaching. It looks like they are moving very fast.
Okay.
They look like they are sprinting or going like superhuman kind of speed, but it's toads There are 3 toads that are sort of like a Jesus lizard running.
Okay.
There are
no.
3 centipedes that are sort of jutting in and out and back and forth. And then bats. 3
Okay.
bats that are sort of
Um,
erratically flying. And they all sort of have the same color scheme and have the same sort of feel about them.
We may want to get whatever they're driving in and get out of here as fast as possible.
Top of the round, Lucian.
Not a bad idea. Okay, I'm going to go around to the driver's side. 1, 2,
Uh-huh.
3, 4. Is the door open?
The door's not open.
Okay. I'm going to try and open this door
Okay.
using... Do I have any magic that can do this? I feel like usually... No, I might just have to use something like a rock to like open the door handle or something. Is it like a turn handle? Is it a pull handle?
This is like it's like a turn handle.
It's a turn handle. Is the window open?
The window is there's no window on the
Oh,
on
there's
the
no
side.
window on the side. But there is a windshield.
There's a windshield.
Okay, then I'm gonna just try and pull the door open with my
Okay.
strength as best I
Use
can.
make me a strength check.
Okay, strength. It's
Got
something
this.
I'm great at.
You're so strong.
Cool.
Oh,
That's a nat 1.
so
That one?
strong.
Yeah.
So has
Did you
anyone
break
rolled a
it?
1 yet?
Yeah, I rolled. My first roll was a 1,
Your first roll was a 1.
and my.
So here's how I think I'm gonna rule with 1s in hell.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
It's suggested.
Wait, we're in hell?
It's suggested in the book that I can do a couple of things with 1s.
Oh, okay.
One of the things that I can do is impose on you another minor inconvenience of some kind, such as something of yours breaks or you drop something of yours on the ground.
Okay.
I'm not sure I like that. I mean, it's already kind of miserable here.
Okay.
But because I don't really award inspiration all that much, in order to make 1s more fun, I'm going to give you a point of inspiration when you roll a 1.
Okay.
Oh, that's a great
I
idea.
like
I like
that.
that.
So I will give you a point of inspiration.
Cool.
yay!
Inspiration coin.
You cannot use it on this,
Right. That tracks.
and you cannot open the door.
Cool.
Yeah, and so you try to jimmy open the door, and you're like pulling back and leaning on it, and you can't quite get it. As you're pulling though, and you look over your shoulder, you do see very fast-moving black toads and centipedes and bats headed in your direction.
I
Great.
told you.
Yeah, I know.
She did mention that.
You're
part.
now on this side of the car, though. So
That was in
great.
character reactions to
Oh.
things.
I wish I had made.
Like if I saw him trying to look and see them and be scared, I go, I told him they were coming.
No. I mean, I'll be scared regardless because
Yeah.
I'm out of my element.
I know, but Velma would also be like,
Right.
I said a thing.
that's your turn,
Yeah.
Velma.
I'm gonna play it. I pull out the Skyblinder staff and I
Yep.
fire off to Eldritch Blast at that last ghoul. The one is still
At the
standing.
ghoul. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, because I can't fight the gas if he's prone. It's disadvantage to attack him.
Correct.
So that's why I'm doing that. Plus, I feel like Astaroth has him pretty well handled, so I'm just
Yeah.
like taking care of his buddy.
Great.
So let's see how these do. Oh, so that one is a 13, and
13 will
this
hit.
one is a 19.
Those both hit.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So let's see what happens to this guy. when I
Ghouls
hit
have
him.
an armor class of 12.
And that's going to be a 9 and a 5. So that's 14.
On the
Working
the
9 to
last-
On the last
one.
ghoul?
Yep, working
So-
9 to 5. What a way to
14.
fire ghouls. That's what I sing to myself.
A plus. That one takes another. He just has huge gaping holes in its chest and stomach. Doesn't show any ill signs of effect, but you can tell that it's like slowing
Right.
down a little bit. After Velma, it is the ghoul's turn. The ghoul, once again, is going to jump down, is going to skitter across the side of the vehicle and jump onto Astaroth. And miss. It's not going to be able to get past your armor as it tries to bite you, but it's now just sort of harrying you on your back. Astaroth, I need a Constitution save at the top of your turn.
Let's do it.
Still next to Stinky here.
Still next to Stinky here.
Next to Stinky. I'm used to it with Lucian around, am I right?
Hey,
No, he actually behaves very fastidiously.
yeah.
Twice, actually.
You're one to say.
Okay, that's plenty. I mean, yeah, that's over 20.
This is against the ghast that's on the ground in front of you. Perfect. Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll your damage.
no,
actually an
that was my
Oh,
Constitution.
that was your
save.
Constitution. Yeah.
Oh, right.
So you pass your Constitution save.
Okay.
And you are not paralyzed. What would you like to do for your turn?
You know what? There's a thing on my back that's like attacking me, but I think you gotta focus on the task at hand,
Sure.
you know? I'm going to attack the ghast.
Great.
Is he still on the ground?
He's still prone on the ground.
Great. Then I get advantage on my attacks
sure
against
do.
him.
Are there still a bunch of little hands running around?
No, the hands are dead.
Oh, and I'm still
Shot him.
blessed, right?
Yep.
Hooray! Okay.
I wish I had some hands to open this door.
I know.
Well, that's a natural 20.
Uh-huh.
Woo!
So I'll just not even worry about the advantage,
But
right?
only 19s are crits for you, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
In hell they are.
Okay, so
Destroy
that's a solid 2d12 plus 6.
Jeepers.
Max.
That one almost jumped out of the box,
9,
too.
5, 14. That's a 20 damage.
As you bring your axe down, the sharpened stag's antler cuts down into the middle of the ghoul. And this is the big bad of the fight. Describe for me your cutscene as you
Ooh.
cut this thing in half.
It goes down into his chest, and he kind of goes and like scrabbles against it for a minute, and then I just like turn it to the side and just yank it out. And if you can see on my character art, which we now have, the like edges of the thing are from the Axebane stag. So it is like sharp and has lots of barbs, and it just like rips out a bunch of the organs on the at the end of the ghoul.
And it makes like a really satisfying like xylophone across,
Yeah,
nice.
across the bones as the ghast is no more.
All right. And then, because I have one more attack and there's a thing on my back, I'll just go like,
Sure.
and
So
whack this
I'm
thing
gonna say
behind me.
because you're trying to whack it, I will have this one be a disadvantage.
Actually, can I? That's fine.
Yeah.
But here's what I want to do instead of attacking it with my
Sure.
thing. I want to grab its head and
That-
just slam it down on my horn.
Perfect. That is still disadvantage, but go ahead and do it.
All right.
So cool.
Well, one of the rolls is a 1.
Hey!
So you are unable to sort of grapple its. Yeah, you
I try and grab it and I miss.
You have a point of inspiration.
I'll take it.
Those don't stack, by the way. So
you can only have one
you
max.
can only have one max. So you try to grapple at the skull, and you can't quite do it for the second time this episode. You can't quite get the grip on the skull.
Hey, it's hard.
The ghast is dead.
Got it.
Tutoru.
Subaru, cool. All right, so I'm looking at the things in front of us that are fastly approaching. I'm looking at Lucian trying to open the door.
Help!
And I'm also looking at the thing that looks faintly like my ancestor or some type
Oh
of
yeah, you
relative.
could have.
Uh-huh.
Well, it still would have been.
Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Critical fail.
Save the thing, save the thing, save the thing. He's got that handled. I'm gonna run towards the little thing
Okay.
on the front.
So it is up about 15 feet.
I'm running.
Okay. So you'll need to
They've
climb.
got that handled.
You'll
Okay.
need to climb.
I can climb,
So give
kind
me
of.
athletics. I'll say... No, just give me athletics.
8 minus... +1.
9. Okay. You don't fall on your butt.
Sweet.
So you're able to climb up to this Hollyphant. And it has big doe eyes. And it like looks very scared and frightened and like looks right at you. And it doesn't really have pupils so much as
creepy.
it's a little creepy.
Lucian doesn't have big doe eyes, but it's giving you that same look.
Right.
Oh, please help me!
But it's sort of like, once you get up close to it, you can see that this small elephant has wings
Yeah.
and is entirely, including the wings, covered in a layer of fur.
Okay.
And that's what you see. And it says, "Are you here to help? You sort of look like me. Are you here to help me?"
Yeah. We're gonna help. We're gonna help. I still have more movement, right?
You have
Or
no more movement.
Okay. Can I do anything else?
You can try to get whatever is tying Lulu to the truck loosened, or you can try to cut it.
Okay. How close is that to the door?
It's directly in the front,
Okay.
so it's far from the door.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to loosen it then.
Okay. Give me, this would be intelligence sleight of hand to get rid of knots. This is how the DMG says knots work.
So it's what?
Intelligence and sleight of hand.
Okay. So I got a 17 on the dice.
Great.
Ooh.
Intelligence is 0.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand is a -1, so 16.
Sure.
I have big clunky hands.
But
okay.
makes
even
sense.
with your big clunky hands, you're able to pull on the strings and
Got it.
somehow able to loosen Lulu up. And and Lulu is able to float out and is now hovering next to you.
There, get it. Ooh, got it. Okay, go.
End of the round, the things are getting closer to you. Top of the round, Lucian.
How close are they?
I will say 200 feet.
200 feet. They're moving, they're dashing every round? So they're moving like 60-ish feet. Okay. You know what's funny that this party has 2 clerics, but none of us use like turn undead. So I just thought like, oh yeah, we can do that. I don't think of myself as a cleric. I'm not, but I am. Okay.
1 ghoul remains.
1 ghoul remains. I think Astaroth can deal with the 1 ghoul.
So far, I haven't been able to.
I might have a trick on my sleeve.
You know, I feel like you'll figure it out.
It's not fairy fire.
But she has freed Lulu at this point.
Yes.
But we still want to probably use this vehicle to get out of here if we can get inside and learn how to drive it.
Sure.
You said the other side is open?
The passenger side the right side is open.
Okay. Then looking around the corner and seeing that, I'm gonna be like, oh, right, I could just do that.
Yep.
So I'll go
Around
1,
it.
2, 3, 4. Can I go around this corner?
Yep.
5 and then 6 into here.
Sure.
And then what do I see inside
You
the cab?
see a center-mounted steering wheel.
Okay.
Surrounded by like a control panel. There is a large steering wheel that is sort of almost flat, but at an angle, like a bus kind of
Okay.
steering wheel. In the center of the steering wheel is a large central hub. There appears to be a slot that is 1 inch wide and about 5 inches tall in the center of the steering wheel. The steering column goes straight down into the ground.
Okay.
And that's what you see.
The vehicle's not on, is that right?
Correct, it's off.
It's off. And it looks like I don't see any obvious way to turn it on, as far as I can tell.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
That's not the right side.
I got a 19 plus 2, so 21.
So you see a couple of things around you in terms of how to operate this vehicle. It looks like there is on the floor, directly underneath the steering wheel, you see a disc. The disc is made of metal. It is a sort of dark metal of some kind, and it has a sort of skull image inlaid into the metal. It is about the size of the slot in the middle of the steering wheel.
Oh, so this is a removable disc. It's not like bolted to the ground. This is
No,
something I can
this
take
is
out.
this looks like it's a plate that's sitting on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if for my action I can take it and insert it into
Sure.
the slot.
So you pick this thing up, and it's heavier than you expect it to be.
Okay.
And you're holding it in your hand. Make a religion check.
Okay. That's a 2, but I'm going to use my inspiration.
Woo!
Great.
Yeah.
That's what that's for. That's a 10, I believe, plus a decent amount. Actually, pretty good at religion.
Hope so.
It's 5, so 15.
Okay. You pick up this coin, and as you're dropping it in, it's about halfway into the slot when you hear in the back of your head, no, 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 no.
I'll stop.
Okay.
Did it sound like someone I know?
No. You don't see anyone around you.
Okay, I'll just hold it in my hand then. And end my turn.
Um,
I have to follow
Velma.
the rules of this weird place.
All right, so I see a ghoul on the back of Astaroth, right?
yes.
Okay, I don't want to hurt him by throwing an Eldritch Blast at him, so I hold the staff up, and my eyes go black, and like anyone watching sees Arthur's eyes kind of flash a little bit, like they did when we were fighting what's his face, my big enemy whose name I can't remember now.
Salias.
Salias. Oh my god, it is from Salias. Oh my god. Ancient history. Now,
Incredible.
I kept wanting to say the name of the doctor instead.
No.
2 planes ago. Oh,
Oh,
my god.
Bablik.
Bablik, I kept thinking like Bablik, and I was like, it's not Bablik, it was Salias. So I need Ghoulie to make a wisdom saving throw.
16 plus
It.
2.
So nothing happens.
Oh, no,
It's
wait.
fine.
What was this?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah, 16.
Doesn't matter. It didn't-
Okay.
It's fine. like cool. No, it's fine.
The ghoul
I don't
once
know. It's crazy that my spell save DC is so high and it keeps getting beat by everything.
the ghoul this time is going to claw you.
Okay.
It is going to deal you some damage, and I need another Constitution saving throw.
All right.
It's going to deal you 8
I
total.
can see that. I get 21. My
Okay, you
Constitution
succeed
save.
on the con save, but you're going to take 8 slashing damage as the ghoul tears into you again.
He's even using my dice.
And it
That's
is
like-
your turn.
All right. Okay, I am going to. I will pull the axe out of the ghoul,
Okay.
or out of the ghast, and turn around and just start whacking at this chump.
Okay, go ahead. And
First attack. That is a 15.
15 hits.
Yes. I love that I can hit even on like kind of low rolls.
These things are not tough to hit.
And that is 15 damage.
And that'll kill it as the final
Ooh.
ghoul.
You kill all of them?
You now have a battlefield of scattered
No, you got one.
bones.
Oh, you got the.
I got all
other
the
things.
hands. That's all
I
I,
got
did.
There's a
you
bunch
got
of dead hands.
I heard a few of them.
as we exit that
What were you
music.
doing this whole time, Velma?
Nothing.
The
Apparently.
battlefield is now clear,
That-
and as the sort of din and of the noise clears, you do it goes back to sort of that wind that I'm not going to search for again.
But the things are still coming at us, right?
Yes, the things are still coming.
Okay, I got running into the.
We
truck
gotta
with
get in
you
that
all.
car.
Yep.
Did
Lulu.
we get the thing down?
Yeah. Lulu's floating around right now.
Yep.
Lulu, how do we move this thing?
Hello?
What? Oh,
How do I...
So, hi everyone. And it's speaking to you telepathically.
Look.
I don't care.
Yeah,
for that.
everyone get in.
I'm
Everyone get in. Only one of you can get in the front, I think, at a time. But you can all sort of see through this thing in the back. But we should get in. And
Yep.
I'm
I
already
think-
in the front.
We're in. We're
Okay,
in. We're in.
So you're gonna drive Vit, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, it's probably used to be on the front of this thing. It probably doesn't know.
Sorry about the back, I think. But you gotta use the coins to make it go.
But something told me and I had not to do it.
What?
I was putting the coin in and something said don't do it.
What? I don't know what that is. But
Okay, I'm just hearing things. Okay.
no.
What?
You hear another different voice in the back of your head. No, don't put me in there.
What? Is this coin talking?
I'm not a coin.
What are you?
I'm a person.
We don't hear this, do we?
No.
I
Only
don't.
the coin is talking.
I'm
to
pretty
us.
sure you're currency and not a person.
That's super rude.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, this is what I see.
I'm trapped in here.
You're trapped in the currency.
And Lulu at this point says, "Oh, right. I think that those are soul coins.
Soul coins?
Soul coins.
That's what makes
Wait,
them
what?
go. That's what makes the things go.
Well, is there a different way to make it go that doesn't involve using a soul?
Not that I remember. I don't remember a lot. I'm sorry.
If I put it in the machine, does it use up the soul?
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Okay. What's your name, soul?
Steve?
Oh boy.
I mean, was
Was knowing his
Was-
name.
I was a
the
carpenter.
soul a good person? Because if he wasn't, maybe this is
my
like just,
God.
right?
All right, Steve.
I
I'm
don't-
sorry.
No, wait. What's happening?
Can
Could
we just get in the pit? Can we
could
hide
somebody,
in the pit? There's
could,
a pit over
could,
there.
Could somebody just grab this coin out of my hand and insert it so I don't have to do it?
Not it.
Nope, not it.
Not it.
Okay. Well, guess we're not leaving. Guess we're all gonna die to snakes and centipedes.
Oh my
You
God.
look out the there's actually no window in that direction.
All right. There's got to be a different way to get out of here, right?
Make an intelligence check.
Come on. Hot wire. No.
Nothing's coming to mind.
Oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? What are we
All
gonna do?
right,
What are we gonna do?
stay here real quick.
I want to kind of go out the door, and how far would it be to get to the top of the thing?
Like 5 feet.
All right, then I want to climb on top and like get a good view of the things, and
Okay.
I'll kind of stand up there and like tell you.
They're
what's-
gonna be here very quickly.
Yeah, they're right on top of
Oh
us,
my God,
Lucian.
that's-
All right, Steve. I am just so incredibly sorry. You are a coin, and if someday we can figure out how to uncoin you out of this machine, I promise you I will do my best.
And as you put the coin in and you drop it in, it goes, no, you stupid son of a... And it falls in, and you hear as the engine starts up, and you are able to start the vehicle.
Okay, go.
So you...
Go, machine, go.
With your earlier intelligence check, I'll say that you are able to make the demon grinder go. You have a demon grinder.
Yay!
I will let you...
Or maybe not
That
good.
used to be Astaroth.
So the demon
No,
grinder,
it's not.
this demon grinder has gilded death armor,
Good for it.
specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, there's interesting things about it.
All right.
There is a helm, which you are currently sitting in.
Okay.
Um,
And you said I know how to drive because of the check I made earlier, or do I just know how to start it right now?
I will say that you know how to start it,
Okay.
and that a wheel is relatively self-explanatory.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You don't know how to speed it up or slow it down.
Okay, I'll look around for other buttons or levers.
It does
or...
grind to a beginning, and it starts to drive. And Lulu says, Fort Knucklebone. We need to go to Fort Knucklebone. That's the only place I know.
Okay,
I guess.
how do
Where
we
is
go
that?
to Fort Knucklebone?
From
How do we make
up on
this
top,
go?
Astaroth yells down, Hey, Blue! Maybe a little faster!
I think
As-
this might be the top. Well, we know it's not the top speed. How do I make it go, Lulu?
I think you just put more coins in it. There might be some buttons or some levers or
Teacher's
something.
gonna frantically start looking around for something
Yeah,
to
I'm
start
gonna just-
chirping.
Make
Yeah.
investigation checks. As you're on top, these beasts are like catching up to you just as the vehicle starts, and you're going about the same speed.
9.
I'm gonna look around for weapons or anything in the vehicle.
Great. Investigation.
9.
You want me to make a roll too?
Make an intelligence check since you're at the helm.
Oh my God.
Get your inspiration back.
11.
11. I will say that you see scattered bits of armor. You see what appear to be a couple of battle stations
Okay.
in the vehicle itself. There's sort of a small staircase that leads on top of the cab, where you can control the wrecking ball that is on top.
Okay.
There also appears to be another set of stairs that leads lower down into what the front prow of this thing looks like. And there's another thing there, and then there's 2 more stations at the back.
Okay, I'm gonna move towards the back and look at those stations
Okay.
because I want to be as far from the soul as
So
possible.
you sit in one of those seats, and it's very much like the Millennium Falcon.
Oh,
This
done.
is a harpoon station.
Okay, done. Did it yesterday. Good.
The harpoons, there's 1 loaded, and there are 9 more mounted on the walls. They are open to the elements behind you.
Okay.
And as the vehicle turns and Lulu guides you towards Fort Knucklebone, you can see these beings, all of them, the bats, the centipedes, and the toads, all sort of recoalesce into the same kind of beast, the same kind of devil that sort of appears out of out of those beings. This fiend is tiny. It is maybe 2 feet tall, but it looks like a 2-footed. You know what a silverfish is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like little pincher head and but it's sort of an alien-like face. These are quassets. Look like this.
Oh.
So all the things running towards
All
us turn
9
into
of them turn into the quassets. These guys.
So they're
over
each
here.
a quasset. It's not one that they've formed into.
Correct.
Okay.
Each of them is a quasset.
So there's 9 quassets.
Oh, got it.
9 quassets are coming in your direction.
Great.
Okay.
Wonderful.
And you are able to get the car started. And you now have this demon grinder. The demon grinder itself is only at half of its current hit points. It took a lot of damage. But here are the statistics.
Is it picking up speed?
Yeah, did I find anything while I was looking?
What did you roll?
9.
In terms of...
I was just looking for something to make it go faster that's hopefully not have to deal with killing souls.
Sure. You see a sort of a tube off to the left side with like a cap on it, and next to the tube there are a couple of like canteens, like old army kind of canteens.
Okay.
That's all you see, really, that might make it go faster. They look maybe like fuel.
Okay, I'm just gonna unscrew things and just start dumping things in.
Cool. So
Yeah.
you unscrew the cap of the canteen, and it smells atrocious.
Oh, great.
It smells like demon ichor.
Great.
Ground up dead demons.
I'm probably
Ichor
going to
wellspring.
barf.
Make a Constitution save.
Oh no.
Do I have disadvantage because of my
Sure.
sense of smell?
Great.
I love when we imply problems on
Because it's
ourselves.
like-
Great. Sorry for
Fun roleplay.
sorry the music went away. My
No,
my laptop died.
You say Constitution?
Oh.
Constitution, yeah.
15.
Someone put the laptop in a corner slot.
15.
15. You're able to hold it in. You're able to hold it together,
Oh,
and you
gosh.
dump the demon ichor into your into the gas, and it's able to sort of rev the engine. Out of the back of the car, you see flames shoot out the exhaust pipes
Okay.
at the Quassits as
I
they're sort of like
shout.
keeping track with you.
Yeah, I shot.
Um,
Astrolok, you may want to get in here.
So they're
There's a
sort
thing
of
for the wrecking ball.
they're on four legs sprinting towards you, these sort of running at you like odd hyenas. 9 of them sort of bounding behind this vehicle. You're going very quickly across the land. You were able to sort of hit the demonic NOS button as
Astrok like, "Ugh," and then grabs and then turns and runs, like pulls himself back up to the front and tries to swing down into the cockpit from the
Perfect.
door.
are any of you in the back, or are you all sort of in the front cab?
I'm in the back. 'Cause I'm
You're in the back.
I'm in the gunner cabin.
In the back, you see some piles. You see what looks like just a pile of adventuring gear. You see a cloak, just a regular old cloak. You see a 10-foot pole. You see a bag. You see some rations. It looks like maybe 4 people's worth of stuff.
Oh wow.
How convenient.
We're 4 sort of people.
Some are more people than others.
Yeah.
So Lulu says, I think I saw it as we drove past recently. Pretty good memory. And is able to guide
Elephant.
you towards one of the mountain sort of corners.
Okay, all right, I'm steering. I think I'm getting the hang of this, but this thing is a bit unwieldy.
It is very difficult to manage.
Why did they have to build this thing so big? Who built this monstrosity?
I don't know who builds them, but they're gross, and I don't like them either.
I mean,
Me
we
either.
were just
They're
fighting.
awful.
We were just fighting the undead, so we're not shocked that their vehicles aren't savory.
Hey, as long as it can go faster than those things, I don't care who built it.
As you
do.
sit in the cab, as you continue to look around, you do eventually find a map. Kind of a map. It's not really a map so much as it's an artistic rendering of this place. And it is labeled Avernus. And it looks like this. And I'll let you use this part because when we get the actual book, there will be a bigger map of Avernus, but it sort of looks like this. So there you go. And there are no distances measured on the map. There are simply locations sort of pointed out.
Well, I don't know where we are, but apparently it's called Avernus.
Never heard of it.
That doesn't sound familiar to me.
Definitely nowhere in Ravnica I've heard of.
So you are looking at that map, and Lulu says, or telepathically connects to you, looks at you over your shoulder and says, "Does it say Fort Knucklebone anywhere on there?"
Fort Knucklebone.
It would probably be along the river.
Do we really want to go to a place called Fort Knucklebone?
It's the place we have to go. It's the place I have to go. It's the place that
Why do you have to go there?
my friends and I had to go.
What guild are you from? What guild is Fort Knucklebone?
Oh, I'm not from a guild. I'm from. I don't really know where I'm from.
What were you
Blue,
doing on
it must be
thing?
like that last place.
I don't see
Guilds
it.
are different here.
Yeah,
I
so
don't see Fort Knucklebone.
it isn't on the map.
I don't see a Fort Knucklebone. What are you talking about?
It's got to be on the map.
It's not on the map. Look.
And Lulu will look and say, "Well, that's very frustrating. I just, I'm sure it's over in this direction." And with the 19 that Lulu rolled, you turn and eventually see what look like a it looks like a hand made of stone as you're sort of driving towards it. And around this sort of raised hand of stone, there is just a pile of trash of a wall extending around the outside.
Lovely.
You can see that in between two of the fingers, it looks like there are vehicles or beasts or something moving in and out, and that is what you see in the distance.
Okay, so we all recognize it as a giant hand-looking
Yes.
thing?
That's Fort Knucklebone right over there.
It's
Well, it's aptly
literally,
named.
it's literally a knucklebone.
They're not super clever.
I'll say.
Here.
Are they super friendly or welcoming or anything like that?
Nobody's super friendly here.
Well, why
Except for
are we-
you folks. You folks are super nice.
Well, why are we going there?
I need to go there because that's where my friends were headed. And where I
Alright.
was headed because I need to save El Terrell.
What's an
What's
Elturel?
I don't really remember,
Oh,
but I have
boy.
to save it. And my friends were here with me in Avernus to save it. But unfortunately, they didn't make it, I guess.
Well, either way, the place has got a wall around it, so maybe it's somewhere we can be safe for a little while.
If you can
Well,
call
the
that a
other
wall-
direction is that way, and I point at the creatures running
Right,
towards
and the
us.
Quassics
Very
are
well
still
made point,
angrily
Velma.
chasing you from.
I'm gonna fire one of the harpoons off at one of them.
Great, take a shot.
Okay. Am I modifying this at all?
Harpoon flinger. Range weapon attack, +5 to hit.
Okay.
Okay. And these are Quassits.
How did you end up on the
It's a
front of this
19.
Hits.
I would hope so. Otherwise, I might as well not be here.
Right.
All right.
And what's the damage on the?
It is 2d8 piercing.
2d8. Okay.
Nice. These Quassit demons.
Where did my D8 go?
Oh, you have it on top of here because you
Oh,
had it for your
right.
inspiration, which you still have, I think, at this
You
point.
are quickly approaching
It's
the
been less than 10
gates,
minutes.
and as you approach the gate,
Where's
you
my D8?
or
Here it
the outer fence area.
9.
9, and you just bury one in the sand.
Okay.
It is no more.
Okay.
Not particularly tough. These Quassits.
Okay.
You hear as you are driving and approaching.
Is that good? There's a horn of some sort.
Do you know how to stop this thing?
Doesn't this thing have a horn too? Lulu?
Yeah. You can look around, and you heard its horn earlier. You see a string hanging from the ceiling.
I hope that means let us in.
As you,
Very world, this whole village.
Oh, okay.
as you,
They're like, 2 orcs! Kill them!
So you see that this area is enclosed by a rampart that is littered with trash and like mechanical parts that are sort of put together and like look like half vehicles, half walls, just a wall of junk basically. And you can see that there is a tower, like a guard post, where you can see some small figures, and they are up there, and you're approaching.
Is the gate open?
Nope.
Okay.
Do you want to figure out how to stop this thing?
I guess.
Like
Those
it.
things are still chasing us.
They are.
Uh,
You're gaining some distance on them.
you know what?
I will say that
We have a
they're.
wrecking ball.
That's not a great way to make a first impression, Blue.
Okay. All
I
right.
will say that they're probably a minute behind you at this point.
Wait, Lulu, how do we get into Fort Knucklebone?
You have to. Yeah. Well, I mean, through the front gate. Hopefully they will let you in.
Oh, gosh.
Is there a reason they wouldn't? Because it doesn't look like they're going to let us.
Well, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm gonna pull the chain to pull the harpoon back.
So the harpoons are not connected by chains.
So they're not are they not harpoons?
They are, well, it says that there
It's a
are...
harpoon. It's a
there-
harpoon flinger.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
because
a...
usually
It-
harpoons
it's not
have
a-
a...
Right, there are 10
You
harpoons.
have 9 left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more like a javelin than a harpoon.
Yes.
Okay.
It's ammunition.
I wouldn't say that word around Astaroth, though. People are a little bit touchy about
I
javelins.
missed my javelin.
All right,
So
okay.
I will say, make an intelligence check. Actually, yeah, this will be a low DC. An intelligence check to see if you can figure out how to stop this thing.
I'll screw this up. It's only a 7.
DC was 5 because
Oh, okay, cool.
because there's a big stick in the middle of the ground, like directly next to the seat, and you pull on it, and the whole front of the car digs into the sand. So you didn't find the regular brake, you found the emergency brake. As you sort of crash a little bit, you're seated in the front.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I was by wherever we were pouring. No, actually, I probably moved away from that, so I'm in the front still, though.
But you're standing.
Yeah.
Okay. You?
I was probably, because I just came in through the door, but I'm probably not fully in. I'm probably kind of hanging out the door
And
looking at the
you're
back.
seated.
Yeah.
So the two of you don't have to make the save. You two make dex saves.
Sure.
Oh, great.
To see how much damage you take for crashing.
9.
9.
I think that's a
Not gonna do it.
8.
Okay. 8.
And you have your inspiration.
Yes, I do. That's a great
There you
point.
go.
I will add that to it.
Oh, great. Good job. I feel super inspired.
I will actually use my my
Yeah.
non-bardic inspiration
Perfect.
to
To re-roll the 20.
re-roll the 20.
And you get to keep the bardic inspiration on that.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, it only goes for 10 minutes anyway, but...
Oh, okay. Okay, so that is a 14.
Cool.
Well,
What's the
15 if you have
speed?
the bardic inspiration.
Yes, 15.
The max
15.
speed is 100 feet.
Per round.
That's what it says.
Okay, so you used it, so
Okay.
15.
I will say... Cheapers. Tuturu,
Yeah.
take 23 bludgeoning damage.
Holy crap.
You take half of that.
Okay.
So
How much?
11 bludgeoning damage. As this sort of slams on the brakes and you sort of crash a little bit, stopping in front of the gate.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You
you're
stop
right.
just in time in front of the
Oh.
gate. You think that the Quassits are probably, you don't know these are Quassits, the weird things that are chasing you are probably maybe 90 seconds behind you. Peeking down from over the gate, you see two angry, weird gate guards that sort of look like demonic goblinoids that look like they're wearing hats, but the hats themselves are like attached to their heads. So instead of it being like, it's like the back of a pterodactyl's head.
Oh.
And they sort of lean over and glower at you and say, "What's the password?" Yeah, what's the password?
We don't have, we don't have a password. We're new
I don't-
here.
Ask
I
Lulu.
wanna-
Lulu, is there a password? I feel like she would have
I don't know
told
if there's
us.
any password.
Please.
Open the door!
Listen, I am.
Are you
from
part of Feanor's gang?
the what?
You're driving Feanor's truck. Why are you part of? Are you part of Feanor's?
Yeah, I think we killed that guy.
What? You killed Feanor?
Well, I don't know. Was he kind of model looking, wore a loincloth?
And they sort of lean to each other. What does Feanor look like? I don't know what Feanor actually is. Does anybody know what Feanor? Yeah, that sounds about right. Hold on just a second. And they're gonna like hit a button, and the gates are gonna open up through the middle.
All right. Okay.
You're able to lift up the brake, and as you lift up the brake, the car continues to roll forward.
Okay. Slowly.
Right? And it is like gaining speed as you get through the gate, and you're able to brake it as you
yourself.
I am already sitting. I did
as
not
you get
stand
through
up.
the gate. And the gate, as it's closing behind you, you see from the guard towers of Fort Knucklebone, arrows and magic being fired at these Quassit demons, and each one takes one down.
I'm going to fire some Eldritch Blast out of the back of the car. And get
Perfect.
one
Make
to-
an attack roll.
Yeah.
It's down to 7 of them. It's down to 6 of them. They're getting closer and closer and closer.
Okay, so that's going to be a 12 and a 22.
Okay. It's down to 5 of them. They're coming in. They're coming close. It gets down to 4 of them. One of your attacks misses. The other one hits.
Okay.
Deal damage for that.
Okay.
And 3 of them are going to get
7.
to the gate. 2 of them are going to get through. The other one gets closed in the gate. There are now 2 Quassit demons in front of you.
All right, let's deal with these.
Astrok will jump down from the thing, kind of like grab an arm and go down. And then he's going to just grab his axe and run at one of the Quassits.
Great. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Alrighty. That is a 11.
11 misses.
All right, and
Pretini.
second attack is a 19.
19 hits.
Okay,
Oh, that teeny.
and 9.
9 will kill the Quasset.
Yeah. And he kind of does like the golf club swing. He runs up to it and like does the under swing and just kind of
Okay.
shing, cuts one of them in half.
The Quasset is going to come up and attack you.
Yep.
20 to hit.
That'll do it. Yep.
Uh,
I'm looking pretty beat up now, but you know, I think I'm pretty into it.
5 damage, and I need a con save.
Uh-oh.
I feel like we're gonna be doing a lot of those this season.
That's 18.
You save.
Yay.
So you definitely think that this thing is probably Icarus and poisony, but the poison does not impact your bloodstream, and you're all able to take it down now that you're inside the gate. You're now inside of a gated structure. You see these weird creatures peering down from the gated structure in front of you.
Hello.
And a lot of various types of strange creatures are milling about. Some of them are looking at large vehicles similar to yours. Some of them are carrying ramshackle things about. And as you get out, Lulu comes down with you and says, "Well, we made it."
Yeah, it was a little worse for wear, though.
I am so sorry about that stop. I did not know that it would stop so suddenly.
Hey.
These things really need some sort of a safety harness.
It's not like
or...
you've driven these before.
No, I certainly haven't.
Who are you people?
Yeah,
who are you people?
I am Lucian Ladrian from the Azoria Senate, and this is Tutu of the Selesnya.
Selesnya. What?
Yes, I'm sure you're not familiar with
You part of...
our guilds or anything, but we are from a different land, and we are lost, and we're just trying to find a way home, best we can.
You part of Ragadraga's gang?
I don't know what that
This
means.
is weird. What? Who are you? How did you get here?
We're not part of any gang. We're our own gang.
Why are you
We're
driving Feanor's truck?
We're not in a gang. We just hitched a ride on some unfortunate individuals who decided to attack us in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, so we killed them all.
We did dispatch them.
I don't know what to do about this. We got to take you to the boss. Yeah, we should take her to the boss. All right. Okay. That's fine. I think my friends are here, but if we have to go talk to... Who's the boss?
Who is the boss?
Of us?
Yeah, who's the boss of us?
We don't really have a... Oh, Velma's pointing at me. I guess I will...
Okay.
He's a good negotiator.
I'll speak for the rest. That's fine.
All right, well, you better dust yourself off, because we're going to go talk to Mad Maggie.
Mad Maggie?
Mad Maggie.
Well,
Quite a name. Let's do it.
All right.
And as these red caps lead you into Fort Knucklebone, that's where we're going to call the episode for this evening.
All right. Death machines. All right.
Woo!
We made it through. We are living.
That was that's a pretty high octane start to things.
Yeah.
So I hope that was fun.
It was.
We're going to have... I'm just taking more liberties with the length of the episodes this season. It felt like a good ending point there.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
we'll start picking up Fort Knucklebone next episode.
All right.
Gross.
So, once again, thank you all for joining us here on the season premiere of Avernus, The Broken Pact.
hey, Ruben, I have a question for you.
Yes, hi.
So earlier in the episode, I sat on the ground
Oh.
and familiar with myself with where we were. Would that count as go sit you on the ground, my friend, look for the soil in the room, make yourself at home?
I'm gonna say that one. Okay, I will let you make a roll for it.
Okay.
It's gonna be a very high DC.
Okay.
But this one, it doesn't sound like it, but I'll let you make a roll.
Okay.
Can you explain this? For the
Yeah,
people
Yeah,
who
so
what's
for
happening?
those who might remember, this briefly came up at the end of season 2. I have the book that was the Abacus and the Urchin. I have the original printing, and in the back of that book was the poem that Arthur taught Velma as a child. And this book that's how we found out that Arthur had written that book when we had when we looked through the Perun's eyes. So Ruben told me that if I can unlock there's 10 different things that I have to achieve in this book, and if I do, I get a very cool Very
Right.
cool reward. So let's see what happens, because I feel like that.
High
feel-
DC. So this is gonna be. So which line of the poem is this?
The line of the poem that I'm attempting to unlock is go sit you on the ground, my friend, look for the soil and the loam, feel the rhythm of existence, and make yourself at home. And I argue that it
All
is
right.
because I literally
Fair.
sat
All
on the
right.
ground
Here's
and
what it's
figured
gonna
out
be.
where we were.
Here's what's gonna be.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a survival check.
Okay.
To see if you made yourself at home.
Okay.
This is gonna be DC 20
Okay.
survival.
Okay, fair. Let's go for it.
And yeah, no.
Come on, Riley.
No
Come
bonuses.
on. Come on.
You can beat a 20.
Come on. No, I got a 15. All right. Worth a try.
Worth a try. Worth a try.
Yeah.
Didn't tick that check mark this
No.
time.
All right. It was worth a try.
Worth a
because
shot.
I looked at that line when I was looking for songs to sing for the spells. I was like, I'm gonna see what
Yeah,
happens
man.
with this.
Do it. I love it.
Season premiere. Figure I might as well go big or go home.
Absolutely. So.
And I'm going home.
Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you to our sponsors, CoolStuffInc.com, Elderwood Academy, Norse Foundry, and Carolina Gaming Tables.
Yeah.
Thank you to Dungeons & Dragons, of course. Thank you to Saving Throw Show. Thank you to Temporary Benevolent Overlord, Eric Reichert. Who you can follow on Twitter at an address I won't tell you because this is a family show.
It's mostly poop, but the poop is
Mostly
not.
poop, but the poop is another
the
word
S
for
word instead of poop.
please tell everybody where they can follow you on social media, please.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan Pridgeon, and you can follow me on Twitter at Jordan Pigeon. You can also see me on Friday nights on twitch.tv/Saving Throw Show for Wild Cards, which is our Savage World show, and we are currently working. Actually, this week is our finale for for the second season of our East Texas University show. So we're gonna finish up our sophomore year.
Aw.
Wow.
Hey guys, I am Riley Silverman. You can find me on Twitter at Riley J. Silverman, Instagram at Riley Silverman, and you can catch me on Wednesday nights on twitch.tv/HyperRPG as on the official Rat Queens role-playing game. We're about to start a brand new arc where we are trapped in a labyrinth, so
Ooh.
check that out very soon.
Cool.
Minotaurs like labyrinths.
Yeah, sorry for about that. That hurt your feelings.
No, we feel very natural there.
Yes.
You can follow me on all the socials at double GXG. It's the word double, then GXG. And like Jordan said, you can catch us on Wildcards on Saving Throw Show at Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Tune in then.
You can find me on Twitter at Ashlyn Rose, on Twitch at twitch.tv/Ashlyn_Rose, and on Instagram at rar. It's Ashlyn, where I open a lot of packs usually on Instagram Live.
So jealous.
Well, travelers, it's time to head on out. Hi, everybody. It's the Internet's Ruben Bressler. You can follow me everywhere at MOXREUBY. Thank you so much for joining us here during this, our season premiere. Please do join us next week. Same hell time, same hell channel for the next episode of Avernus, the Broken Pact. Good night, everybody.
Bye.